Hey there, and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I'm here with Malcolm today, Mr. May to
Woohoo!
December. If you're watching the Patreon videos, then you're seeing him versus the Phantom in a series of videos, which I want to do more of actually. Now that I'm back here and I've actually got like access to
Yeah.
all my movies. We got a lot of announcements today, like a ton of them. But I want to start out with some physical media stuff that we got. So I recently did a
Mm.
video, ran around 40 minutes long, showing off everything that I got from Canada, except I left out 5 titles, and you got a bunch of
Oh,
titles here as well. So what we'll do is let you do like 3 or 4, and then I'll do
all right.
one, and then after we do all these, then we'll go into the different announcements and give our thoughts on them.
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds brilliant. So, shall I start?
You shall start. Will I put mine in the right order?
All
Actually,
right. So, first of all, I want to explain to everybody quickly for all these Blu-rays I got today from Hong Kong directly to me. So that's what I got the Chinese writing all that on it in case you're like where they come from. They come from Hong Kong. So the first 4 was The Con Man in Vegas with Andy Lau.
okay. I like the girl on it.
Then we've got The Con Man 1999 with Andy Lau. The women are beautiful. And then we've got Con Man in Tokyo with Louis Koo and Christy Chung.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yep. And then we've got Rosamund Kwan and Andy Lau and Shu Kui in The Wesley's Mysterious File.
Ooh.
So that's my first spot.
So my first 5, because they're in sets.
All right.
Because there's no. So I got. Oh, is that number 1? Yeah, number 1. Yeah, number 1. Okay. Mystery Science Theater, the original Rhino edition, Volume 1.
Ooh.
What's really neat is much like anybody that got the that Emmanuel set, the original edition had this. See if I can do it now.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, and the neat thing
Just
is
adds to it.
that you can actually like switch them around, and most of the time you can get these now, they don't work.
Yeah.
So who's your guy? Who's your Mystery Science Theater person?
But I've never watched an episode.
Are you serious?
It's an American thing. I've never watched it.
This is literally how so many of us got into like some of these like cheat. Obviously, I watched cheesy movies before because I rented a lot of movies.
Nah, you just sold yourself out there. We just found out you didn't until you did Mystery Science Theater, see?
Considering how old I am, that'd be hard. But
Hey, Sammy.
hey, welcome. But I'm a massive Joel fan. Mike's good too.
Yeah.
Mike was one of the writers. So there's 4 titles on here. Let's see if you know the movies.
All right.
We have 19. When is it? This one come out? Damn to say. 1950s, I think. Bloodlust.
Hey,
there, Jason,
Renee in the
welcome.
house.
And yes, Bloodlust with Robert Reed. So Mr. Brady's on.
Cool.
Catlina Caper, which is a really good one. The
Okay.
Creeping Terror with Vic Savage.
Yep.
And of course, The Skydivers, a skydiving film
Ooh.
without the skydivers. Yep.
Good films to pick for that, definitely.
Oh, yeah. And what's neat about the very first edition, which didn't happen in the other
Twisted.
editions, but happened in the singles, is this has both the MST3K version of the film and the original uncut version of the films as well.
Oh, nice. There's
So
like
you
hundreds
can
of those sets
watch
now,
an
isn't there?
MST3K. Just saying, dude. Because when they put them out, like initially they had like, so even the booklet was there. Like I got this at a Salvation Army for like $5.99.
With the booklet.
Which blew my mind.
And the discs were mint, weren't they?
Yeah, they were mint.
Damn.
All out of print, all extremely expensive to buy. But it's not like I'm ever going to sell them because I'm a massive fan. I've got a bunch of Mystery Science Theater stuff, but I don't have any of these. I did have a broken up, beaten up copy. Also, by the way, let's see if this comes.
Whoa, it moves.
I also have a beaten up copy of number 1 with the
Yeah.
slip gun and some of the discs missing. So it's
Uh,
they're twisted.
all right. My next four are Jackie Chan's The Accidental Spy.
Ooh, actually, I like that movie.
Yeah, this is what I like about getting these Hong Kong ones from Hong Kong is sometimes they've got that little bit more in them than the American version might have. You know, if it was released.
Yeah.
I've never owned this movie for some strange reason. You went to see all these. Look, Renee, look at this. Look, I got all these.
Are there any Mystery Science Theater there? Just saying.
No.
I'm going to get you on the Mystery Science Theater bandwagon, by the way. For this,
you will have to. Yeah, definitely. I definitely need to get into that. Brotherhood with Chow Yun-fat.
Oh, nice.
Armageddon. This with Andy Law.
Oh, you scared me for a second, man. Yeah, let's go to.
And then we've got A True Mob Story with Andy Law. And let's do one because the thing. And then we've got Operation Bangkok with Yuen Biao. Right there. That's Yuen Biao, older there. Yeah,
he should have been a massive star.
He should have been.
We were watching Dragons Forever at my dad's. It was the last thing watching my dad's. Hey there, Maddie. Welcome, man. And I'm like, why is this guy like? He was so good. Why was he not? Why was he not a major star? Like Samuel.
Well, he ended up being a big TV star in Japan. For some reason, Japan loved Yuen Biao.
Over here as well.
Yeah, I agree. He was
a little bit.
I agree with you. It was a big. He should have been a big star, but I think he was in their shadow in a way. As in Japan, he kind of stayed there in the older years more. As you know, Sammo kind of went more behind the cameras, whereas in the camera a little bit less and more as he got older. Jackie obviously became more famous in America.
From the beginning, like Jackie Chan literally changed his career trajectory by becoming a director, by directing his own films.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then with Gomez Samo
just to say, Jason, I did, and these were more of it came. And in case you're wondering, I have 8 more parcels of these coming in the mail. I have over 200 of these coming.
I almost picked up a Japanese version. I wasn't sure if it had English or not. You know, I talked to you about it.
Oh, the Wheels and Mills one. Yeah, I sent you the thing, didn't I? It does. It has English names, but it didn't have subtitles.
Yeah, I'm a massive Wheels and Meals fan. I love that film. Like that one, Lucky Stars, kind of stand out. I need volume 2 of the Jackie Chan set. So, by the way, guys, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Help me get to the point where I can actually buy the Jackie Chan set.
Yes.
But since we're talking about quality filmmaking, we got volume 2.
Oh, we got the next one.
And again, it had this here like wheel on it.
Ooh, I like it.
So we got Angel's Revenge, Cave Dwellers, Pod People, and what they're famous for, really famous for, Malcolm, are the shorts. So often if a movie was too short, a Mystery Science Theater, or they had to cut some things
in the middle, right?
It's on TV, they put like shorts, like educational short films that they'd kind of like make fun of. It could be like A Date with My Family, which sounds a lot worse than it is. But so much cool stuff on this release. So Mystery Science Theater, by the way, started out on a local channel called KTMA, where it did its first season. A lot of Gamera and stuff came out during that point. Went from there to Comedy Central, and finally found its final home on the Sci-Fi Channel. And that was when Joel.
Why are they all in the wrong way round?
Pardon?
Why are they all in the wrong way round?
What do you mean in the wrong way around?
Well, with the silver side showing.
No, it's just that, like, if you look real close, you can see the.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
A lot of early releases did that, which is very confusing.
Just to answer your question, Matty. Well, I don't think it was really a question, but your thing. My shelf space is actually quite massive because I have it in different rooms, don't I? So this is the sparse room. This room is thing because Donna likes this room to be clean of media, so that she can relax in here, she can chill. When I do it down here, because the lighting's better. But upstairs, 3 rooms and 2 rooms down here, my movie rooms technically. So,
I am legit
and
running the show.
I do think Masters Universe will be a VS show. Oh.
So, Angels Revenge has Peter Lawford and Ellen Hale and Jack Palance and Jim Backus. Cave Dwellers as Miles O'Keefe, because of course it does. Pod People, otherwise known as, for those 7 fans, as Extraterrestrial Visitors,
Yes.
is probably known as being one of the best Mystery Science Theater episodes ever made. Trumpy does stupid things.
Yep.
And
if you love that film, you need to get this set.
Are absolutely fantastic. And here's the thing: Shout Factory have been re-releasing these original sets. Now, there's some things they
may not get them on Blu-ray now. Can you get them on Blu-ray now?
No, they're sticking with DVD.
Is that just the new
TV series, right? Like, it was a TV series and of a show that we're showing old films. So, I don't think Blu-rays, unless you're watching Mystery Science Theater the movie, because it was an actual theatrical film. Then Blu-ray is really not necessary for Mystery Science Theater.
Oh no, but I'm saying they released some on Blu-ray, didn't they? Like some later seasons, right?
Not as far as I know. I mean, like just the movie so far has been on Blu-ray, because they're re-releasing the seasons right now on DVD.
Okay, well, I thought there was, but I might have got mixed up with another show.
Now it could be like not from show, but maybe from another country, maybe.
Okay, so the next 5, because I think if I keep doing 5, then we'll get to it pretty quickly. So this one is The Hot War, which stars Ekin Cheng and Jordan Chang, 2 of my favourite actors from the Young and Dangerous series. And I had this on DVD many, many years ago, and the DVD quality was horrendous. If you know Hong Kong movies from back in the day, the DVDs would look bad, especially from Asia, I think it was called, Asia, yeah. Universe wasn't too bad, but yeah, so this is a good film. Times of the Warlords, which is like I'm guessing this is more of like a studio kung fu TV movie style, because sometimes when they've got these kind of covers, they look a bit more cheap when you watch them. Excuse me. Heroes Amidst Turmoil, which is kind of like the same kind of film as the last one.
Almost the same type of cover too.
Yeah, exactly. I think they should go together. Then you've got the 4-2, and the 4-3. I couldn't get the 4-1, but the 4-1 is released by Royal Go USA, so I'll just pick up that way. I got these films because I was like, I'd missed out on them, and I got these for £3 each. So I was like, definitely going to pick them up. There you go.
By the way, Vince said that it's the reboot series that's coming out on Mystery Science Theater for like the.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Cool. I knew it was something. Just wasn't sure. Oh, I like that cover.
3. So every time.
It opens, doesn't it? It opens.
Oh yeah, because like every time they go into Mystery Science Theater, they go. There's all these doors.
Yeah.
That open up, and until you get to the movie, which is like all these references are gonna be lost on you because we've hit movie sign, and just goes to 2-1, all that type of stuff. But on this one here, we've got The Atomic Brain. We have The Unearthly, which is actually a really good one. John Carradine. I'm like good one. I mean, like hilariously bad. The Side Hackers with Ross Hagen. I love the freaking Side Hackers. One of the best episodes. And Shorts Volume 2, because the shorts are my favorites. And when I was looking through the stuff, Volume 2 was the last one I found. Open it up here like this. Again, can't believe the booklet and everything showed up in there. As you can see, we're still going into the Silver Disc era. Now, one of these here actually has some extra features on it that are really interesting, which we'll get to actually.
Cool. Okay. So the next 5, I got The Brink, which, in case anyone's wondering, is available from World Go USA in America.
Okay, I like that one. I like the cover.
I love that cover. So beautiful. The Shanghai 13 with Andy Law, T. Long, and David Chang, and Chen Tuaka, I think his name is, Lung Garyan. And it's got quite a cast, this one. Then you've got Guild by Design. The Real Iron Monkey, which is interesting because this is, I can never say his name right. Where is it? Where's his name? Basically, I think his name was Quan Tai Cha, if I get it right. And he basically played Iron Monkey, not the newer one, but the original one back in the day. And this is him as a older man in a newer kind of version. And yeah, it's one I've not seen before. So I was
So it's
happy
kind
with
of like
that.
the Ghostbusters, where they got the Ghostbusters.
Kind of, yeah, kind of, really. Yeah, it's basically like that, really. Legally Declared Dead with Anthony Wong.
Is that a Cat 3
From
title?
Untold Story. This is, no, it's 2B.
Say it.
But this is a Cat 3 title. This one's Cat 3.
Yeah, of course it is.
And it's called Love Education.
I can't do Cat 3, man. Volume 4.
Oh, I like the light on that.
This has some interesting titles, some that are going to surprise you, actually. All these, I think, are from the sci-fi era. So all Mike Nelson. So first off is The Girl in Gold Boots, which is a really fun title.
Nice.
Then from Hamlet, a German version of Hamlet, starring Maximilian Schell. Much better than you think it is going to be in the hilarious way. Royal Julia in Overdrawn at the Memory Bank.
Oh, nice.
Is a science fiction version of kind of Casablanca. This was shown in Canada because it was cheap. And The Fantastic Space Mutiny, which is considered one of their best episodes, with Cameron Mitchell, Reb Brown, and John Philip Law. Like, how can you not love that? Right? I think we're still into the. I like Mike Nelson. Just he's got such a dude bro look to him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I like the dog. Hey, now we can see him the right
way. So this is okay. Crow, T Robot, Tom Servo, and Gypsy.
Oh.
So basically, the premise behind this, Malcolm, is that Joel was a worker in Gizmonics Institute, and the mad scientist hit him on the head, put him in a spaceship, put it up in the space station, put it up like in outer space, and basically what he has to do is every week watch really bad movies and try to keep his sanity. And he's created like 2 like robots, sidekicks, that they sit down and they just watch the movies and they make fun of them the entire time. It is an utterly genius idea. Joel, the guy that started it, was a prop comedian.
Yeah.
So when the show started, they had something called an invention exchange, where at the beginning of every episode, he'd have these kind of wacky, crazy invention things that he would do.
Yeah.
The scientists would have like really kind of lame versions of it. But after he left, one of the head writers took over, Mike Nelson. And Mike Nelson was a writer, but he wasn't a comic. And he definitely wasn't a prop comedian. So they eventually had to kind of like find a way to get the invention exchange out of the series because it didn't make sense, where you could do more skits and that type of stuff.
Well, that's pretty cool. Because even though I haven't really seen them, I know they did some of things like I swear they did like a couple of like The Master, the Lee Van Cleef thing and stuff like that. I know I've seen bits of those, so I do know what they are, but I didn't know the detail like you're telling me. So I might try and look up and see if I can find any online to kind of watch, because I don't think I can get over it very easily.
The Essentials is a good place to start. It has Manos, the Hand of Fate, which is hilarious. And it has Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, which are two of their best episodes.
Which is probably one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
Yeah. And I would say their best stuff that they put out, like All in All, Mitchell with Jordan Baker. Definitely watch that. And Pod People. Oh, also The Brain That Wouldn't Die. If you have the Shout Factory edition of that, Scream Factory version of The Brain That Wouldn't Die, the Mystery Science Theater edition is included on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Matty. I'll check them out on there. All right. So, next 5, right? So, here we go. We've got a medical drama movie with Ekin Cheng and Jordan Chan again called, what's it called?
Kung Fu Era.
It's called Help. And then we've got a Korean movie, but it's a Hong Kong release called Bring Me Home. We've got John Woo as producer in Chow Yun-fat's Peace Hotel, which is actually on DVD over here because I had the DVD. So, Who Killed Cock Robin? And then we've got a category 2A film called Fatal Love.
Who Killed Cock Robin is my favorite cover out of all of them, by the way.
It's a nice cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Look again like that.
I really like the way it's done.
Absolutely
I like
beautiful.
in the last one where they had a Scream cover, like with all the heads on it. Headshots.
Yeah.
MSC3K's
It's
YouTube
really
channel
good.
streaming marathon. Nice.
It's streaming the marathon right now. Okay. Yeah. I'll have a look straight after this.
The last one, the overall stop the gimmick for this point. So this has Boggy Creek 2. Yes, guys. And a lot of you guys probably spent a lot of money for a 4K edition of.
No. Boggy Creek 2 doesn't have a 4K, does it? You're talking about Boggy Creek 1.
Edition. VSA, right?
Yeah, it's VSA, so it's Blu-ray. Yeah. It's number 1 for the 4K.
So this is the best way to watch Boggy Creek 2 if you've ever watched Boggy Creek 2, and I have. Merlin's Shop of Mystical Wonders, which has the thing of being the very last episode of Mystery Science Theater. Time Chasers, which is really good, and Touch of Satan. But this also has, aside from the trailer for Touch of Satan, exclusive interview with Mike Nelson and Kevin Murphy, who helped create the show, and introductions by Mike Nelson. Now, one of these earlier ones here, Volume 4, has introductions as well, and one of these has a blooper reel, which is freaking nice. So all in all, that is the first 5. There were 12 in total.
Wow.
Vinyl volumes before Shout Factory took over and made it very
generic. How sadly you didn't find the other ones.
I know, but define one complete.
Yeah.
In decent condition is a miracle. To find 5 complete in a row.
Yeah, for what was it? 5 for what? $30?
Yeah, well, sort of, because my beard was longer. So anytime my beard.
He played the OAP card.
So basically, like, we'll give you the seniors discount, and I'm like, oh, okay.
How much is the seniors discount?
Well, I got it for $26 taxes in. So I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, so
okay. I'll be right back.
Hey, it's Bully Blake. Hey, boy, right? I've got some slip covers of some Hong Kong movies. Look. Whoa. How you doing?
We're cooking for my parents. It's really barely have it. Okay, well, we'll take this.
Yeah, they look quite good. I like them. What I like about these, right? It's they're like the VSAs. They're thin, so not hard like VSAs. But I like how they go in the bottom. So what happens is you feel like they're protecting the case more. They're actually really nice. Not all of them sadly have it, but they are quite nice. I'll show these. I'll show you why Aaron's doing that. So the first one is City War. Well, this isn't the first one. It's the first one of the lot I've got left to show. With T Long and Chow Yun-fat in. This is a film that I haven't seen. But I love T Long and I love Chow Yun-fat in A Better Tomorrow 1 and 2. I love Better Tomorrow. I wish Better Tomorrow would have a proper 4K. I know there's one, I believe, released. I think it's in Taiwan, but I don't think it's got subtitles. So this one is called Home Sweet Home.
All right. Hey, Bullet Blake.
And as you can tell, there's a lot of blood on the face. So this one I've been wanting to watch for a while. This is called To Be Number One.
Kind of expecting them to do Riverdance.
Oh yeah, this is Andy Law in Zodiac Killers. Then we've got a Japanese film called Tokyo Slaves. Then we have Fatal Raid. Then we have The Allure of Tears.
Is that a K-drama?
No, it's a Hong Kong romance slash drama. Then we've got
Serbi.
Bro, which is this one. And then we've got a Sammo Hung movie called The Gambling Ghost. From later on in his career, a little bit. Then we've got Lord of the East China Sea 1 and number 2. And then to finish off, we also have Against All. So altogether, 38 titles. So hoping the next 40 turn up tomorrow. So altogether, all the ones I bought so far have come to 8,000 Hong Kong dollars.
So how much is that, like? Because don't ask me to ever, like...
Probably about 600 quid. So not too bad.
$600, like pounds.
No, £600.
Which is
So
about
not too
1,200 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Dude, you're supposed to be slow. This is your year to slowing down, remember?
I told you I'd only buy 3 partner labels, right? Every month. I did not say that that money won't go towards other movies.
You didn't keep that promise, though.
It's only been January. I took it the first month.
All right, guys. So you know what that means, then. We'll be watching Welcome to see if he keeps that promise in January.
You know, I do this. All right, it's the thing, guys. I do this for the people, you know. I do this because I love cinema and because I know people want to see this beautiful cinema right here. Also, I like the slips. I like that they come in the slips, most of them. It just feels like there's an added bonus there.
Bullet Blake is not going to like my hot take right now. Is I think that steel books are starting to become the new slips again. We're starting to get like resurgence.
Now I know over here. If I was to be honest, over here, I feel like steel books over here. Maybe in America, maybe in Canada, it's different. But over here, it just feels like they're overpriced, they're useless, and they're annoying. Right?
Well,
now, the one thing I also like about steel books is I like it when they've got those plastic slip covers on to protect them a bit, like my John Wick 4 does.
Oh, like the Mill Creek.
When they don't have that.
Mothra, they put it like
yeah. When they don't, to me it's tacky. It's cheap. It's
I got
but I don't like opening them.
Man. Lords of Dogtown is an amazing looking steelbook. I got a German steelbook, House of Wax, which looks absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks, Matty.
And I think, like, basically right now, there's only so much Bullet Man. There's only so much we can do with the slip before it feels like it feels a bit. And the reason I say that is because Vinegar Syndrome leaned heavily on their slips, right? But I find that now they're throwing every gimmick at the wall that they can. It's their media book time, which is not really a media book. It's their VSU time. It's their VSA time. You know, everything to try and capture that like glory that they had when the slips were at their whole zenith of being.
I think they need to do that. I think they need to go with that joke of a slip cover and slip cover, like do it like 10 times. So it takes you so long to get the movie out, but you just get really angry because you have to unlock it and like put a VSU, a big VSU over another VSU, then put like then make it where you get like this little section for the disc, but it's like past the parcel, you know.
Like I have 4 steelbooks coming now from Mill Creek, and I don't think any of them I have on Blu-ray, so I'm kind of excited. Yes, one I do. I've got Anaconda. I've got the Anaconda set. Well, it looks just like a cool steelbook. But
how can you not
I don't have. I know I did last summer in any way.
That's crazy. You call yourself a movie collector, and you don't have the basics.
Well, that's the thing. When you're buying stuff like I buy stuff, when you're buying the boutique stuff, and you're buying the fringe stuff, and the out there stuff, and the animation stuff, and all that stuff, that's a lot of times the basics are what you miss out on, what you forget. Like there's certain ones, like, you know, there's Indiana Jones and Planet of the Apes and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'll be like, oh, there's a really nice 80 film set of like I know we did last summer. But that one went out of stock, and then they put in a thin line one. I'm like, you know, so I'll wait on it because I've seen the movie so many times. Now I still know what you did is my favorite out of all, to be honest with you.
See, that's a good point, actually. You just made a good point, right? When I first moved here, I bought Urban Legend, you know, the 88 Films edition, because it was still online, luckily. And I've not unsealed it, right? And people are like, when you unseal it if you bought it, it's because I've seen those movies. Well, not the last one. I saw Bloody Mary, but I'm not in a rush to watch it again. Days in the Urban Legend one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was getting that mixed up with that horrible one in I Know What You Did Last Summer, you know, the ice pick and oh god.
I still know what you did.
Anyway, yeah, you know, I'll always know. I remember watching that with Donna. Donna was laughing there, going, "Oh God." Anyway, I haven't watched either of them, even though I own them both now. And the reason for that is because I've watched those movies so many times in the past. But I bought them so I could have them on my shelf because I like the movies a lot, right?
Yeah.
But I probably won't watch them until I get the 4Ks, because I know there's 4Ks now of I Know You Did Last Summer, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. But we'll see, you know. I had Residolls, Young Guns, John Wick 3 Flicks, World's My Fault, I've still bought releases with a nice set. That's true.
Yeah,
and so do the new Disney ones. The new Disney ones, like the Mandalorian one, they've got beautiful J cards that hold them, you know, like in.
They're gorgeous.
I like them.
I could have picked those up like for $49, which was a good price for Canadian. But
you won't put protectors on them.
Had to pick up. I went hard with Jackie Chan stuff this time. Came back with 10 Jackie Chan.
You got so many. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there talking to Aaron, and Aaron said to me, he said, "This is my year. I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to do stunts. I'm going to be the Canadian Jackie Chan. I need to watch his movies. And then on my channel, every month, I'm going to do one of the stunts. The first stunt will be going down the pole with the lights." I was like, "Are you sure about this?" And he was like, "Yeah. Yeah."
Didn't he get like burnt up when he did that?
Yeah, he got seriously burnt in that.
Yeah, like that. It was sugar glass, but the lights were.
The lights were, what do you call it? He almost died twice, I think, doing that.
Yeah, he did that. Like, there's a really cool like fight sequence in Police Story 2. I haven't seen it in years, but I'm pretty sure it's Police Story 2. Like at this like playground.
Yeah, I believe so.
And at night, and I'm like, oh, how can he? How like because there's this big kind of like thing, and you kind of climb up, like a monkey bar thing that kind of round.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the name it is, but they're like landing on. I'm like, how are they gonna like really mess up their back?
What's amazing? One of the most amazing things, and he does need to do that, mate. He needs to sing it. I can sing the Mulan one easily because I listen to it so much. So you need to do Police Story, and I'll do Mulan. How about that? One of the things I love about the Jay Chan movies is I love when you see how many times they got injured on the credits.
Yeah.
It just makes you respect him even more. You know, there was a guy in, I think it was Police Story 1, right, where, you know, when he jumps over in the water, a stunt double did it for him. And Jackie Chan said, no, it weren't good enough. And the second time the guy did it, he got paralyzed.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I always wonder, like, if anybody got, like, actually died on any of these sets with stuff like that, because it's crazy, man. But here's the
Well, he
thing.
almost did, didn't he, on Oh My God?
My youth was that. That's the reason I go through so much pain now.
Hold on.
That's why
Hold
my
on a
knees
minute.
lock up.
Your youth, I just want to get this clear. Your youth was you enjoying Jackie Chan.
No, my youth was me doing shit like that. Like, 'cause, no,
Okay.
I lived in a small town. So it was like, oh, gee, what are you going to do today? Like, and also, I'm 52. You know, are you going to be watching TV with your one channel, or are you going to be like doing what we now call parkour? Aaron did the
Oh.
latter. So, like, I remember going up. My neighbor, he had this, like, all these, like, boards that he, like, from, like, things like cabs and stuff, he taken apart. So it was like they had
Yeah.
like nails and stuff in them. And I remember we were going. I said, you know, I bet I can run across those boards because gravity is not a thing, right? Hey there, Gino. And so I decided to run across the boards, and I make it like pretty much across the board, and I come down, and when I do, I'm like, there's a piece of wood, like on my leg. I'm like, God, did it get, you know? Sometimes it'll stick and stuff like that. So I go to take it off, and when I take it off, I'm like, that felt weird, and it was a 2x4 nail in my knee. I still have the scar to this day. It's like, so yeah, that was my childhood. Like, it was
Just
like, hey,
so, just so people know, as Aaron was doing parkour, I was doing hardcore. You know what I'm saying?
you weren't born. You weren't born.
Hey, I was
Luckily you weren't born.
yeah, I was. I was reborn. I was reborn after because oh no, I'm really excited, Gino. I'm really excited for that King Kong. It actually was released there first, so I actually own that King Kong on 4K.
Oh yeah,
and it looks great.
That release.
And Mr. Bug Goes to Town, I'm really excited for. But I want to know where the Elsa collection is. That was supposed to be coming out this month.
Hopefully coming out this month. I haven't heard anything recently, so fingers
I would have
crossed.
thought. I mean, we've got what, 7 days left of the month, so I'd have thought they would have announced it by now.
I would too. Are you ready to look at the announcements?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh,
ah.
All right, we'll start off with
I want
the
to Satan.
It's on sale, even though it's not out yet. Okay, we pre-order. So we got
They're the
Brotherhood of
standard
Satan
editions,
here.
right?
Yeah, because there's already been a collector's edition of this one out. So we don't have to look too much into the standard stuff. We got standard editions of like Let's Scare Jessica to Death, which is a fantastic film. I got this from Scream Factory. Jacob's Ladder, which sucks ass. I don't like that movie at all. Actually, not gonna lie, I know a lot of people love this movie. I don't like it. This bored me. Body Parts, which I do love, which I think is better than Jacob's Ladder. And down to this special editions. So we'll go with Saw first. So I know you probably never heard of it. Like nobody's ever heard of
Never heard of Saw.
What is this?
Is this the sequel to Say?
I think so. I think that's
Seesaw.
So we got a limited edition 3D lenticular hard case plus photo booklet, 4K and Blu-ray. So photo booklet probably means no writings in it at all, just like pictures.
And when it says hard box, it basically means like a rigid case, right?
Yeah. Kind of like, think of the Creepshow edition that came out from Scream Factory.
Yeah. Like the Prophecy set they released recently over in Australia.
Exactly. No, Brotherhood I liked. I just didn't like, what was the one I didn't like in Jacob's Ladder? Brotherhood of Satan, right?
Oh, you mean Satan and Brotherhood? Yeah, I did quite boring. Absolute garbage. Never liked that film. I've watched it 6 times. Each time I've fallen asleep.
Did you like Jacob's Ladder?
Love Jacob's Ladder.
Well,
I
just
watched that when I
saying.
was 6.
Just saying.
Oh, Mr. Negative from my viewpoint, eh? It's not nice.
Oh no, it's a so Conan the Destroyer is coming out, limited hard case, 3D. Why is it 3D? Is there a lenticular thing? Okay.
Oh, it's probably a lenticular 3D where the 3D looks lenticular looks 3D. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got some of those. They're normally the best ones. I just think it's game for it's not 4K.
Maybe you couldn't get the rights to 4K though.
Might be a 4K master.
Oh no, it's a 1080p
Nope.
HD master.
Yeah. Australia, you know, they go. I wonder when they go. When they go do the first Asian one. Because
Dude,
that's like
movies
3
are
months ago.
Unfortunately, like movies are going out of Australia. So I'm surprised. I'm glad we're still seeing like releases coming from Australia.
Yeah. I just wish
That
it
is so
wasn't
sad,
stuff
I mean.
already seen or got. You know.
We got the Firestarter
Saying
collection.
that, but is it got both the movies?
Yeah. Literally, for me, like these are like maybe it's just because I lived in North America, but these are kind of like stuff that I'd seen released previously. It just has a couple new features. Like this one has a new commentary on. Like there's got a documentary here, which I don't think is new. I don't think it's a Tangerine Dream thing is new either. I think the commentary is the only thing new on this one, which is great.
Oh, well, remember, Gino did a screening of Governor's Travels at his church.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Oh, how did it go, Gino? Because I didn't hear anything else about it other than the setup picture. Did it go well? Did you get many people? Just want to put that out there because I saw it and I'll get a chance to ask you then. So the problem with me with the Saw, Conan and Firestarter collection is they look great and I'd love to have in my collection if I was in Australia, right?
Yeah.
No problem with that at all. I would recommend them. 3 great movie releases, but surely they've been released before.
But they didn't have like cards and stuff.
I know, but you know, you're not going to go. You like 59 Australian dollars?
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Like I bought the Firestarter collection for $10. No, for $5 actually.
That's what I mean. So I'm not going to import that, am I? I'm not going to go. Oh, let me import these.
From the Prodigy. Did the Firestarter set have anything from the Prodigy? I don't think so.
I don't think it does.
Gino reviewed.
You should have that new Firestarter in there. Why doesn't the new Firestarter in there? With Zac Efron.
I forgot that existed.
Oh no!
I forgot that existed, man. I really did. I was like, "Was there a new Firestarter?" And then it said Zac Efron. Oh yeah, there was. They better have put the Iron Clown there. It's a better Zac Efron film.
What they need to do is they should have put Terrifier 3 in it, just in the Saw one. Yeah.
Well, Terrifier is kind of based on, well, like loosely based, like inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street. So you can put those two together.
Ooh. Oh, what about the Great Train Journeys? I know everybody in the screen's I know everybody in the stream wants to see those. They're on pre-order.
Which one?
The Great Train, the Great Railway Travels, or whatever it's called. The one down below, under the Saw.
Great Train. Oh my God.
People are going to want that.
Dude, cancel all my birthday gifts because Great Asian British Railway Journeys is coming.
12 series.
Whoa.
Most of those shows went all right. The only real disappointment was the people left halfway through the film. What? Oh no!
Because the previous
that kind of sucks.
I understand people like had other stuff that they were doing. The last time I had a kind of a viewing at a place, this goes back to my Mystery Science Theater roots. Was that on Halloween one year, me and a friend of mine rented out the university like lecture hall, and the 2 films that we showed were Rocky Horror Picture Show and Plan 9 from Outer Space. and some people came dressed up like Rocky Horror characters, which was freaking amazing.
And some come from Plane 9 Out of Space,
I
which
missed
wasn't
that,
so
actually.
amazing.
Oh, that one also. You stupid humans. I love Plan 9.
They should have been mixed together and done a whole segment.
Have the guy, I'm not sure if anybody remembers Plan 9 Outer Space. There's a scene with like Tor Johnson, who's the cop, before he becomes like the zombie character. And it's a Tor Johnson. So, and he's like thinking, right? He's deep in thought, and he got his gun out. He's like scratching his head with his gun. It's just freaking hilarious. Like, seriously, gun safety, right? Oh my god.
Surely though, Gulliver's Travels isn't that long.
Yeah, it's not that long. Is it that long?
It can't be. I'd have thought it'd been like 70 odd minutes.
It's not like my Hakala, which was 138, I don't think.
Yeah, I would have thought people could have at least. I'd have thought people could have at least watched it if they turned up for it.
Yeah, like stay. Find it out.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that is good animation.
Doesn't it end? I know Gulliver's Travels ends with him eating them all, doesn't it?
I think that's exactly how it goes. Is he's just like, delicious.
I know, and it has Jack Black in it. So
obviously that's the classic
yeah,
one.
no fun. Yeah, I know it's a classic one. So what part obligations to what? What, going and eating? I don't get it. I mean, what, like they didn't have enough notice, surely.
Yeah,
Even I'd noticed, and I weren't even there. Ooh, good question.
Hey, Raf.
Hi, Aaron. Do you mind that companies like Umbrella are getting every title in massive boxes and postcards, booklets, etc.? I will not be answering this question because it wasn't asked of me as well.
So. Me and Malcolm had this conversation while I was in Canada, actually. In that I no longer feel the need that I have to grab everything in a special edition format. Like,
just
me and my
Halloween
dad
ends.
both picked up Magnificent Warriors, like which is a Michelle Yeoh
Yeah.
film, right? Film. So I love that film, but did I have to pay the extra $5 or $10 like to get a book and a little book and a little poster and a thing? No, I just bought the film. Because I just wanted my collection. It didn't really matter to me. Nowadays I will wait for standard editions on certain titles. Like there's second sight titles that come out, they look gorgeous, right? And there's a lot of them that I want. Now, but when they put out stuff, what's the last one? Possessor and what's the other one again?
Green One.
Yeah, neither one of those were like, I got to grab collector's editions of those.
They're not top tier movies.
Yeah, like I'll wait. Like The Hitcher, hell yes, I'll buy The Hitcher all day. But don't When a Stranger Calls, obviously that's over in my collection. I'm very proud. Malcolm Mo's, I'm super proud of that film, and I'm that one. But like, if it was just some rando film, then it's not such a big deal for me. Like I went through a lot of titles when I was in Canada, and I picked up Supercut out of all the titles that 88 Films did there because I'm a massive fan of Supercut. But if it was a film that I just kind of liked, I'm okay with having the standard edition.
I like the air fresheners with the Ever 444 releases because I feel like they don't charge too much more.
Well, Umbrella started. I think Umbrella started the air freshener thing. They only did a couple though.
They did. They did. But what I'm saying is the difference is between them and Error is, well, depending on where you are in the country, because they charge $17 postage to England. I like those things because they kind of go with what they're doing because they're like an exploitation label. With Umbrella and that, it seems a little bit pointless. Like I bought the what's that film called? The one with the hog. Was it a hog?
Razorback.
That's it, Razorback. That's it.
Great film.
I bought the complete edition of that. Right, I got the shirt and that, and I was like, all I wanted in it was the shirt. I didn't need the novel. I need the film, obviously, but I mean, I didn't need the other stuff. And then I'm just like, I had High Tension pre-ordered. I cancelled it. Why? Like, because I was like, there's a standard edition. I'll wait for that.
I don't need that big an edition of High Tension. Though that is one of the ones that I would think about because I got a emotional connection to that film that I've talked about before. I was actually writing films at the time that High Tension came out.
That's
But
not true. I can tell you what your emotional connection to that is. The emotional connection Aaron has to that film is staring up at women's windows while playing with himself by a swing.
obviously that's totally what it is. That's exactly as I said. Did I watch the Japanese thriller Violent Cop a long time ago? I graduated in
Takeshi
89.
Kitano.
Yeah, that's why actually. I was a Kitano fan. Like I went through like a whole period of watching a bunch of his films.
Yeah.
And
Sonatine's
there's
great.
one called Taboo, and it's different than I thought it was going to be. I said, "Oh, Taboo! Like, what is this?" And it's Katana. Like, it's going to be really, big martial art. It's actually a love story during the samurai era between him and another like male samurai, which was kind of a thing back then.
Well, I like Sonatine because he's a Yakuza guy in it, and his underlings sleeping with this woman. Right, I never forget this scene because I was like 16 when I watched it. He goes, "My turn," and he throws the woman off and jumps on his underling, and I was like, "Huh?" And to this day, that's always stuck with me because I was like, "This is the shock of great cinema." I have no interest in buying everything. Cherry picking is the way to go. And I agree. I do agree with cherry picking.
This is why I don't subscribe to anything, Jason. This is why I'm not a subscription person because I definitely cherry pick. And it's now Malcolm goes to subscription for certain things because he lives in another country and he can get things sent over there, and it's cheaper sometimes for him to go the subscription route. For me, I'm like, it's a stressful hassle, and that's kind of the thing there.
I'm going to explain something quickly. So I will explain why I cancel my High Tension, right? As a way of showing that I'm not a guy that just overspends money constantly, all right? So High Tension is what, $39.99?
Yeah, I think so.
So if I'd have bought that, for what I bought that for, I got this amount of movies from Hong Kong. You see what I mean? So exactly. I was able to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the price of that one, which I've already seen. And movies that are not over here. So I kind of prefer that,
That's the thing.
I see collectors. Well, that's the thing. There's a whole thing about collectors going on right now, isn't there? About how it's becoming toxic, about how it's this, how it's that. I think.
Like I think, and for me, it's like, and all of a sudden there's become this like war between I collect physical media and I like streaming stuff, right? And I collect physical media, but I also watch, the Tubi original.
I've got to quote something. I'm sorry. I saw the video. I saw the video by Heaps. I've got to say it. This is joking, all right? Don't take me seriously, all right? Long live physical media! So I've got to say that just as a joke sense. I do believe that, but I don't believe it to the extent that, people are saying.
I think when it gets to that point, like I love physical media. I like physical media, obviously. But the thing is that when you have to get into a camp of like this or this is when it gets when it's not healthy. Like it's the same thing. We watch wrestling, right? Like I can watch WWE, I can watch NJPW, I can watch Stardom, I can watch AEW. But when you have somebody that gets to a camp of like, no, you can watch this, and if you watch the other one, that's stupid. That's just that does nobody any good. There's no favor to anybody.
Well, my problem with streaming, and this is what makes sense, right? This ain't a silly thing. This makes sense, and it's starting to change, which is really good for me. Right? My only problem with streaming, right, and it's the most basic. If you ain't got good internet, you have problems. The other thing was that with these streaming services, things are exclusive to the services, and I don't like that. I want my media to be on physical at some point. Now that's slowly happening, and I'm happy about that because I don't like watching a film online and not being able to own it in my hands if I love it.
Hush.
But exactly, hush. Right? Exactly, stuff like that. Right? But I will say this. I don't think anybody who's a movie fan is better than anybody else. You like your movies, I like my movies, get on with it, right?
Exactly.
If people feel like they have to preach to you and tell you, oh, you know what, you're this, you're that because of this, that's their problem. That's their insecurities. I just don't. I just think it's disrespectful.
I agree with you. I 100%
Because I was watching Heath's video, Serial at Midnight, and I agree with a lot of what he was saying and that. And I thought, you know, the idea that people were blocking him and saying horrible things over this, yeah, I get it and I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? Not what's happening to him, but you know why people get angry, because people take things way too seriously. Look at the world at the minute. You know, everybody's getting angry over something. You know, some for the right reasons, some for not the right reasons. And I think the problem is you have people who are really passionate about film or whatever, and they'll always be attacked by people because, you know, we don't always agree with everybody. So I just think that's why I always say I don't care what people think of me when I talk about my stuff.
Like, honestly, chill out, guys. Relax. It's
Yeah,
okay.
chill out.
Right.
How about this? If you can't chill out, if you get upset about it, before you think about typing, and if you're a man, do this. All right? It helps. Trust me.
Here's the thing. I'll quote from a soap opera because I'm a soap opera guy, right? So there's a character in one of the soaps, and there's a girl she was super impulsive, and anyway, he was gone for a long period of time, and he came back, and she knew it was him because she was about to say something, and he said, "Count to 10, just count to 10." So before you make that nasty comment against somebody else, or before you like stupidly decide like, hey, the best thing I can do is hit a laugh emoji on like on a news thing or a comment that's coming out about a film or something like that. Apparently, the latest punching bag is Mean Girls. So screw you guys. I love musicals. Like what you like, don't like what you don't like, but stop ragging on stuff. Like just because it pisses me off. It really does. I mean, like okay. You don't like something, so nobody can like it. So I don't like Captain Marvel. Nobody can like Captain Marvel. You know, I don't like Echo. Nobody can like Echo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, seriously? Like, no, I don't like Mean Girls. Well, guess what? I'm a guy, and I like Mean Girls. I saw
My cousin loves Mean Girls. My cousin loves Mean Girls, but he hates the new one.
See, maybe that's the thing. It's different. Like it's not. People go into thinking this is going to be. Oh, this is a remake of Mean Girls. It's not. It's not a remake of Mean Girls. It's the musical. But here's the thing, and people say, why didn't he say it's a musical? Because here's why. Because back in the day, back in the early days of cinema, in order to get something sold, in order to get something out there, you had to put musical numbers in it.
Yeah.
The Marx Brothers, Abbott and Costello had to have a musical number in there. So that would sell it because you'd get more bang for your buck. It's like a variety, right? Didn't know it was going to work. Nowadays, like Wonka, Willy Wonka, right? Wonka. That was a musical. Didn't tell anybody that was a musical. Just said, "Hey, come in, watch Wonka," because cats are screwed up for everybody.
Well, you know, he will get hate for getting review copies because he gets so many of them. But people will always judge you for that. You know.
I mean, that's not fair. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, we'll come back here for a second. And we need to go full screen with this one here. I get review copies from different companies. I got review copies from Umbrella. I got review copies from Mill Creek. I got review copies from Sony. I had a nice fluffy blanket sent to me for the 100th anniversary of Columbia Pictures, which is actually pretty cool. And it's cool that Columbia Pictures has been around for 100 years. Holy crap. But it's jealousy is what it comes down to. It's like, why is he getting copies? Because he's working his ass off. That's why. And they're not free. Nothing that any person gets on the, like, that's actually working and doing.
It depends. It depends Heath isn't.
like I
They
mean, like
wrong.
no,
I'm not
with
saying
Heath,
Heath.
like with Heath, and with me, for instance, I can't talk with other people, but I can talk. I know Heath, so I can talk about, and I know like his channel and what he does
Yeah.
and the work that goes into it. I know that what goes into my channel, what goes in behind the scenes. Nothing I get is actually really free because we work our asses off.
Sure.
Both, you know this, behind the scenes,
Yeah.
in front of the scenes. Nothing's really free because you spend a lot more time working on those videos, watching,
Yeah.
like rewatching and stuff like that, like studying, and you keep them. We don't like, it's not like we're there like getting movies and selling them off to somebody else. If you're doing that and you're not really reviewing them and stuff, or you're just being, if that's kind of shit, I get that's kind of shit.
I
I
won't.
understand.
I'm not gonna say any names. Obviously, Heath's not one of them. I'm just putting that in there right now.
There's some,
Right, because the guy, I see that guy, he's talking about these movies, he's what you call, he's working hard, whatever, and you are, right? But there are people who are big in the YouTube community who will get something in the mail, they'll say, oh, it comes out at this time, and then you'll see it put on their eBay store without even opening it. You can tell that from reviews. You can tell they're looking at reviews online or they're reading the back. And to me, that's scummy because, you're in it because you just want to make money. You're not in it because you care about people. And there's so many people like that. So,
but I think at the end of the day, Malcolm, like viewers are smart. Overall, our viewers are.
I don't know. I question it all the time.
I think my viewers are intelligent. And the thing is, you can tell the bullshit. You can, like you can tell people that actually like films. We like movies. We obviously we live this stuff. Heath lives this stuff. He doesn't just go and get stuff that's going to be popular. He gives like westerns and stuff like that nobody watches. But he has,
except Gino. Gino watches them. That's not nice. Gino watches them.
But that's what I mean. Like, but it's again like Gino is in a niche, and Gino knows that he's part of a niche. Like me, I have certain films that are niche films for me. I know that I like them. Is everybody going to like everything that I watch? No, but it's not going to stop me from doing it, right? Because I love those films. Like when I talk about like wrestling on here, when I talk about video games on here, sometimes or comic books, that doesn't get me the views like something like this might get me. But at the end of the day, I do it because I love it. I do it because this is what makes me happy. I bought a PlayStation 5. I brought it all the way on my back, literally. And I do this because I love to do this stuff. You do this because you love to do this stuff. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be here. Neither one of us has to be here. Heath doesn't have to be here. But we're here because we love it. Heath is lucky enough to be one of the people that can actually make a living at it. It's rare.
Well,
and it takes a long time to be that person.
Barely.
Yeah.
I just said that right now, barely, because
barely.
I've noticed most of it. I've noticed the videos where he talks, unfiltered, off the cuff, whatever you want to call it, unscripted. I've noticed he does a lot more of them now, and I like them, but I like them. I think they're good because they show his personality more.
I do, and I think
like he said in his own videos. But at the same time, I don't want it to always be about these negative people. I want it to be the positives of him. Do you get what I mean?
100%.
And to me, that's something I worry about. I worry if it could end up becoming a negative thing, not of his character, but from these things being said. And I think that's one of the reasons I stopped doing a YouTube channel myself, because I found myself getting more negative about things.
Yeah, you can't feed the trolls. You can't feed the trolls. Like there's always going to be people that like. There's lots of people that don't like me. Boo-hoo. Okay, that's wonderful. But that doesn't change my day. No. And I can't lean into it. If I lean into it, then that's exactly what they want, right?
Well, I think first of all, Gino, you're more popular to me. All right, because I watch you more. I listen to you and see your things more than Heath's. So you're more popular in my view. I hope that makes you feel good. But I just think that the problem is, there's too much, if there's one thing we've learned over the last few years, right, it's that everybody wants to drag somebody down, right? constantly, no matter what you are, what you're going through, or who you are, what background, whatever. You'll always have these people that want to drag you down. Movies, right, should be the most harmless thing to talk about. They should be the most interesting, where you can learn from each other and not care. I mean, I've been watching extreme cinema like Dead Girl, La Porte de Phare, I think it is, a German movie, you know, the Unknown Films ones. I've been watching them, right? Can I say they're garbage? Yeah, because it's not particularly that great cinema. But is it interesting to talk about and hear people's views on? Of course it is, because they might talk about something, but I didn't notice. It makes me rate that film more, because that's why I like Letterboxd. Because I might watch a film, I read some people's reviews, I go, oh wow, I didn't realise that. That's made me think a little bit more now about that. And that's what people like Heath, you, me, and all these other people should be for people. It shouldn't be this hatred. Yeah, he gets these movies. Yeah, it seems extreme because he gets so many because of, you know, how well he does the stuff. And people don't believe that, oh, he must be doing it all. And yeah, fair enough, right? And these people buy movies possibly, right? So of course they get a bit moody because they're not in that position. But what they need to understand is to be in that position, he had to earn it, right? By doing all the work and all the investment. He has his own bloody website, right? So he's working on there as well, right? It's this, you know, the guy's a machine when it comes to that stuff. So people need to give him a little bit more props, you know. Yeah. And he needs to. The way he needs to see it is they can just go F off. That's what he should think, personally. Do what he does. Don't care about these people. Who cares if it's on Blu-ray.com kicked you out of the Blu-ray.com forums? You don't need them. I don't even use them that much. I just look at the deals, you know.
Does anybody use
Be who you are. What's that? Yeah, exactly. You know, be who you are. Don't care about these other people. I think, you know, this is one of the things that I said to him when I started doing the videos with him. I said, I'm somebody who's me, no matter what. Right? So I'll say straight, right? Because I feel like it's important. You know, people don't have to like me, right? I don't care if they like me. That's one of the reasons people normally enjoy talking to me on that, because I don't care in that sense. Negativity ruins people's hopes and dreams. Don't let it happen with media. You know, Aaron bought all those movies in Canada. He bought Halloween Ends. I joke around how rubbish it is, but Aaron knows I'm joking, because just because I wasn't keen on it doesn't mean I hate the movie and think he's an idiot. I think he's got taste in something that I might have missed out on in my, you know, from watching. You know, so I just think it's horrible. And the best revenge is happiness and success. And that's why people get angry, like the person you were talking about earlier. You know,
and it is because true. I mean, like everything you said is true. Like, in all honesty, yeah, like I'm overwhelmed with your great diatribe. Your rant. But it's okay not to like something. Well, it's not okay not to like somebody for liking something. I guess is the best way to put it for me. To be really blunt, and it is one thing to not like something. It's another thing to not like somebody because they like or don't like something that you like. That's when you get into like you're a jerk territory.
Well, the only time you shouldn't like somebody for liking something if it's something extremely evil.
Yeah, like somebody said, like what, like that's that Mein Kampf, but it's a feel good book of the year. Somebody says that, yeah, you cannot like them. It is cool.
Yeah, you know, but you know, movies and that ridiculous. You know, I can tell people right now the only review copies I ever got when I was doing my channel was about 6 from Well Go USA when I was in America.
I never got anything.
And yeah, I did. Well, I got it from Well Go USA, but it was only 6. They never sent me everything I asked for when they sent me the things, and they still send me links for them. All right, but I'm over it. So you know, and besides, I like buying my movies because I like feeling like, even though this isn't a dig at anyone, but I like buying the movies because I feel like I invested my money into it. So, I feel like I can, like when me and you're talking and I go, okay, I bought this movie. I thought it was absolute rubbish, right? I can go, well, I bought it. So I feel like by buying it, I have that right. I'm not saying Heath or that don't before getting it because they are reviewing it, they're doing the thing. But for me, I feel like I paid for my admission. So I feel like I can be, as I think if I was getting them for free, personally, on my point, I would probably feel, but I might not get that one for free again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean
that's a
and
personal
honestly,
thing for me.
as of something that got like took me 10 years to get before I got anything. When I first started, I was like, oh my God, can I give my opinion?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was conflicted. Like maybe I shouldn't take movies because I don't know what if I don't like this. And one, a lot of times companies will give you a list. I'm not sure if we'll get like I get a list and I can choose what I want.
Oh, they give me like a list of 2 movies that have come out, but sometimes they set them separately.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, do I want this? I normally say, how come you like? I like it. People, I say, how come you like a lot of that Mill Creek stuff? Because a lot of stuff that they ask me about that I just don't get. Like, why ask to get something that I'm not going to like? Like it's just what's that going to do? Like if I'm not Mystery Science Theater, I'm not here to riff a movie. I'm here to talk about like movies and collecting and stuff that I have fun with. So.
Yeah.
I tend to go towards that, and sometimes there's blind buys that I like more than others. Red Door, for instance, remember that one?
Yeah.
I didn't like very much, and I was pretty honest with that. I like it was. I'm a bit changing on it, but I didn't like it when I first saw it. I think I got to watch it again. You didn't like it either, right? The last Insidious.
What was that?
The Red Door one. The last.
Red Door. Red Door.
Yeah.
No, I hated it. I thought it was boring. I thought it was tedious. I thought it took too long to get to the point. I just felt like it was a silly way to end the series. I felt like there could have been a little bit more to it.
Like that actually were into it. That we're talking about like the whole like kind of the fatherhood aspect of it and other. So I kind of want to go back and watch it with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that aspect to it. No,
well, I think the other thing I think you have to realise about Insidious and Conjuring and that is there's a lot of new horror people who got into horror during that time, whether we're teenagers or younger.
Yeah, it's their thing.
Oh, excuse me, I've got burps. And so to them, that is horror. So they're going to enjoy that, As people like you and me, right, and probably some other, the older generation, they're going to enjoy that, but they might see it's missing because it hasn't got the same feels as we had when we watched ones in the 80s.
Yeah, well,
there's that biasness,
and I'm missing the boobs.
So, man, hell, I miss that. You barely see them unless you watch these David Sterling movies now.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to say this quickly. Every movie I've put on from television lately has gone produced by David Sterling, and I'm like, oh.
I'm interested what television is going to do this year because I think this is going to be an important year for them.
Yeah.
This is where
you're welcome, Mike. Yeah.
Pardon?
I said, "Oh, you're welcome, Mike," because he said, "Great convo. I needed to hear this."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is a big when television started, there was a lot of great announcements, and then it came a lot of SOV stuff, and I was kind of, I was on the fence. And this is the year to really see where they go with it. It's a make or break year, and I think it's a make or break year for a couple of companies. I think Vinegar Syndrome has to start to court their audience back again somehow because they're losing a lot of their diehards.
And they're having a lot of problems. They're having a lot of problems lately. Like
and not just lately. Last year was not a good year for Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, last year was horrendous.
Financially, but last year seemed like a crap show. For me, for Vinegar Syndrome, it was like
I just don't like I'd have taken. Oh, my packages come.
Ooh.
A box of books like this big of 40 books.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It's been omnibuses?
No, they were actually all mangas because they had a massive manga book sale. So got a whole load for Donna and got myself some books because she loves reading. So £1 a book.
I'm doing a board game collection videos soon of this new stuff I picked up, which I'm going so that I can get you into board games as well.
Ooh,
That was really
nice. Nice. I'll go back to television quickly, just because it was mentioned. I've decided to resub.
You resubbing or not resubbing?
I've decided to resub.
I'm shocked. I really, literally, am genuinely shocked because with conversations we've had off camera have not leaned towards that.
You might go, why are you resubbing? Are you mental?
I am.
Are you this? I've got 27 titles left on my sub at the minute. So I'm giving it to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to when I've got like 5 left, right? And if they announce better titles, because by that time they'll probably have a few titles left that they haven't released yet, but been announced. I'm going to go by that because I honestly think that they could do better. I do believe this, and I have enjoyed most of the titles I've actually watched that weren't shot on video. Now, when you were talking to Ryan, Disconnecting, was talking about the Joe Sazzo collection, right? Yeah. I wish I'd have been there live because I would have totally destroyed that completely because I absolutely hated that Blu-ray. That Blu-ray made me feel sick because I was like, I can watch all these films free on YouTube, first of all. Second of all, what is this? What is this? I put the first one and I was like, oh, God. It was like watching a Jane Murphy thing. And saved the year by putting out Cardona 3 and 4 and 5 and 6.
Oh, yeah. Cardona. Not Renault Cardona Jr., Lee, but it is his dad. His dad's
we want the proper Cardona. That's what we want. And we want you to get 3 review copies of it so you can talk about it because I know how excited you are for.
I would be if it was like the Santos and stuff like that. Like he did those stuff like his dad did.
You forgot about Imprint, didn't you? You forgot about not Imprint. You forgot about Indicator as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Then announcements
too. Because you're right. And you know that I literally know that's my Cow Center thing. Because I picked up a lot of Indicator this time. If you guys watch my channel, you've noticed I picked up a ton of Indicator stuff.
Also, Gino, if you're still here, you've got the best taste in horror. If you ask me, the First and 40 horror are the best.
My better half would 100% agree with you. Like she loves the 30s and 40s horror stuff. I do too, but I also love the 70s and 80s stuff.
Oh, sure. But what I'm saying, if you think about original horror, the 30s and 40s are the best time. It's
however,
the certain days in the blood and all that.
There's one thing I have to say. I've noticed when I'm watching 30s and 40s horror films, there's a lack of shower scenes. Yes.
That's what Psycho had wanted for men like you.
I'm not like Fatal Games is an okay film, which you love, but I'm like, yeah, there's some pretty good shower scenes. And when I went back and I recently rewatched some of the Universal stuff, I was like, at no point are these ladies going in and taking a mass shower.
Imagine it now. The Bride of Frankenstein gets brought to life and she goes in the shower and she's so electrifying, but you get like bolts shooting like boom, 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 and there's you like this at the screen like, oh.
With AI.
So you're going to make it now, aren't you?
There we go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Get sealed by Elsa Lanchester's like I don't think so.
Matty said mornings with Malk and Aaron.
Wrong. Yeah, Maggie is obviously a fan of Key and Peele. I get that a lot. When I was a kid, it was always like, "Oh, your last name is Pin. You right? Did you know your last name was Pin? And you right?" I'm like, that's never been said to me before.
Surely someone said to you, and you can stick a pin in that.
I actually can't respond to that because there's something. I'd be kidding. Those Universal. I love Universal stuff, man. However, just saying, if Daughter Dracula, let me paint you like.
I still think Bela Lugosi should have been in more Dracula movies than he was.
That's so sad. We are going to go to Indicator next because I want to talk with them.
All right. They did 2 months announcements. So
did you hear that Demonics is coming uncut?
uncut, yeah, for the first time.
for the very first time, which is actually going to be very cool. So I'm going to
Which is
hope
actually
certain other
shocking.
titles are going to be uncut. I was kind of surprised. Hey there, Ryan. Welcome, man.
Hello.
I was kind of hoping that we would get like the other version of Lips of Blood, because I bought Lips of Blood. And so for those who don't know, Lips of Blood was one of Jean favorite films, actually probably right up there, like with Hitchcock, Chavdos's favorite, Jean Rollins' Lips of Blood. Now, Lips of Blood was a massive failure at the box office at the time.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty easy, like straightforward, like Jean Rollin film. But they didn't, it just didn't gel with the audiences at that time. So he had to go back and put in like adult scenes, splice them into the film, and then put it again
Yeah.
as I'm not even going to say the title. You can look it up with another title. And in order for it to make money, it broke his heart. It literally did, because he spent so much time on it.
Why can't you say the title?
It's no, because I love Lips of Blood, and I feel sad when I have to say the title. But yeah, if you haven't picked up any of the indicator stuff, which we're going to look at in a second, I'm going to bring it up on the screen, and then I'm going
Pick
to
out
get
next
a
what I'm
cola,
saying.
and I'll be right back. We are oohing and eyeing at that.
I do love that Demonics cover. I'm not going
It
to
is
lie.
great.
I do love it. It's
Same
basic,
with the
but
new
it works.
Vampire, which has a great cover, and
Yeah.
it's very much like, if people see it and say, "Oh, that art looks kind of familiar," it's Metal Hurlant or Heavy Metal Magazine here in
Yeah.
North America. The artwork style that you're looking at.
Do you know, I love Lugosi's Bobby Road movies. I love his Bobby Road movies and Karloff's. I do think a lot of people underrate those classic times, if you ask me, because I feel like too many people, especially in a horror community, focus too much on what they classify as the classics. And I feel like sometimes they don't always get the love they do when they should, like the Lugosi ones, and like this Karloff's I'd like to be on Blu-ray more than a lot of 70s stuff, for instance. But we're getting there slowly.
Cheers.
Cheers, biggies. That's what my mum used to always say to me. Cheers, biggies.
All right, so we have the Nude Vampire on both Blu-ray, limited edition, 4K limited edition in both UK and North America.
I think,
They're all
Aaron, I think
exactly
you should
the same.
explain. I think you should explain to people that you think that 4K is unneeded for the people that maybe only have a Blu-ray player, because you know, it looks just as good if you've got a good enough equipment.
Oh, you talking about the Blu-ray indicator stuff that I got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, like, I got Cold Eyes of Fear on 4K, and I got the other ones on Blu-ray. Now, that being said, you know, I probably would have bought some of them on 4K, but when it came down to the price differential that there was, and I wasn't sure, because I was really nervous about picking up the Blu-ray edition when the 4K was there. And when I picked up the Blu-ray and I turned it on and I started watching it, I'm like, holy crap, like, this is insanely amazing quality. Like, because I'd owned some of them previously through Kino, actually. And I'm like, yeah, this is real. This is like, it's like when you see like Kathy's Curse from Severin, right? And you've only seen that old like massive DVD copy. It's incredible. And when it's at that level, I'm like, do I need that extra? Like, I didn't feel that I did. I felt that like the Blu-ray one, like at this point, I think I'll probably stick with although I can afford to get the 4Ks, especially getting them from UK. I'm where I started on the Blu-ray for those. I may continue on the Blu-ray for the Jean Rollins and just have one 4K, which will be like a key one. And then I'll take the other stuff and I'll do Blu-ray, do 4K for like the outside of Rollins stuff, like the Cold Eyes of Fear and maybe Black Magic Rights and stuff like that. Because I do think the quality is really that good for the 4K remaster.
Yeah. I don't think they will release a big box set with them all in afterwards because they're not like 88 films an hour and that. I don't think they will. I think if they were going to, they would have just done that in the first place.
You know, this is what you're going to get. Like, this is like, it's going to really be a really amazing looking collection when they're all done. And by the way, guys, they have the rights to every Genreland film. So everyone's getting this set. Every single one of them is getting a set like this.
I think the only reason the question they're selling, because one of the questions was the one that they get sent out. I think the reason they're not selling out fast is because there's so many copies available.
Well,
And
there's
most
10,000
people
copies.
will wait for a sale.
6,000 4Ks and 4,000 Blu-rays. Actually, the Blu-ray is the more limited edition in this case.
And that's why I bought them, because it was like, these are going to go up in value.
On value. Please, guys, don't buy movies hoping they go up in value. This isn't the days of like baseball cards. That doesn't happen.
It's sitting on it. It's sitting on it. It's waiting.
So we got the second Genreland film here, The Nude Vampire. Thoughts on this one? This one I do remember.
Really good. Really good. I had the screen-bound edition, which I actually am trading in. Because I'm going to get the 4K version, not on day one, but I'm going to trademark and get some credit for it.
It's definitely better than
yeah, I really like this one. I like this one better than a few of the others, but for me, I'll always like Night of the Hunted the most. And, Fascination. But then I'm a massive Bridget LaHaye fan, so.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, if you're never watched a Genreland film in your life, don't let Night of the Hunted be your first one. It's an amazingly brilliant film, but it's a film for people that like Genreland and have kind of got into his stuff. It's a more challenging film than some of his other stuff, but it's different too. Like, understand, like, whereas like a lot of stuff you're going to see are kind of vampire centric or like like a whole bunch of erotic like aspects to it.
Yeah.
Like, there's still that aspect of Night of the Hunted, but Night of the Hunted is much more David Cronenberg Shivers than it is Shiver the Vampire. If you get what I mean.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it's definitely not like, unlike something like A Lips of Blood, which has kind of a bit the happiest ending you're going to get in the Genreland film.
Interesting comment here. I find it crazy how some collectors won't buy anything on non-4K these days.
It happens. I mean, like, some people won't buy anything on Blu-ray too. Like, oh, it's only on DVD. I'm not going to buy a DVD. Like, why not? Like, are you serious? DVD still
I can understand. I can understand a little bit with the 4K element. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll buy movies on Blu-ray. Don't get me wrong there. But I've stopped buying certain movies that I know will come out on 4K eventually. Like example, Mean Streets, right? I could have bought that on DVD or Blu-ray, and I was like, I ain't buying that because I know that's a film that's going to come out on 4K. So there's no point in me thinking, I've watched it multiple times before, I can wait for the 4K, right? Same with High Tension, same with The Hitcher. But I will buy a DVD of a film that I know isn't on Blu-ray. If I know that DVD's on Blu-ray, I'll probably buy the Blu-ray at some point. You see what I mean? But I think if you're just buying 4K, then it can be a little bit, because you're missing out on so much cinema still.
Oh my God.
Especially at the minute.
Even if you're just buying Blu-ray, like Malcolm, you're still missing out on so much cinema. Because so much things out there. And also, by the way, shot on video, I still think that should just be DVD. I really do.
I do too. I think they should be double disc DVDs. I think they should be double disc DVDs. The amount of shot video stuff I've seen on Blu-ray and gone, what was the point?
I was so disappointed when Intervision took their stuff to Blu-ray. Because I had like this Intervision collection. I'm like, crap. This is Blu-ray now. Like,
I was the same when David Sterling put all those movies on Blu-ray, because I was like, great, why can't other better movies be put on these Blu-rays instead?
Was it the Bloody Murder? What's the name of that? Was it Bloody Murder? No, it was Bloody Murder. What's the one he did? The Camp Blood series.
Camp Blood, Meat Massacre, Empire of the Apes, Cultists.
Only Camp Blood.
What was the other one?
Counts.
For example, I bet got so much hate in their Facebook comments for the Masters of the Universe release. See, I can get that a little bit. I can, because we live in a world now where people want a 4K edition with something. Like when Umbrella announced The Hitcher, beautiful set, but I was like, there's no 4K, you know, and it's not because I won't buy that film. It's that I know a 4K is going to come out. So why would I buy the Blu-ray version if I know the 4K is coming out, you know?
I mean, obviously, I'm like, that's where I'm slightly different. It's like, it depends. Like, here's the thing, and this is what comes down to me. And I got a 4K player. I got two 4K TVs. We're getting a third TV for the second bedroom. We're
What?
actually looking at it right now.
Big
We
spenders.
went out shopping yesterday and like comparing some stuff. And because 4K TVs are, you know, pretty much the same as 1080p's right now. It's like they're just super cheap. Because you don't need to get a great, you know, it's a guest room. You don't have to, as long as it's a good, decent TV you can have.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I can spend like like 10,000 euros on TV. But yeah, we'll get a decent like 55-inch, put it in there, mounted to the wall. People come to visit, you know, to go bedroom, bathroom, TV. It's like having a little hotel room.
Exactly,
but
mate.
yeah,
That's
anyway,
exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't. Everything doesn't need to be like I got it. Like much like you say, do you need the special edition or do you need the standard edition? Like if I really like the movie, then maybe I'm gonna want the special edition. Like if I'm really really into the film and there's some like cinematic wise, I want to see this movie the way that either it's really cheap on 4K, or it's something that I think really benefits from 4K. Something like in Mean Streets, I can see benefiting from 4K because the
Oh, it does. It
cinematography
looks
is
phenomenal.
right?
It looks
2001
phenomenal.
benefits from 4K. But not everything has to have a 4K. Like, do I need, like, with Masters of the Universe, would I like to see a 4K of Masters of the Universe? Here's the
Yes.
thing. If there's a 4K standard edition of Masters of the Universe, or there's a tripped out limited edition Blu-ray Masters of the Universe, for me, I am going to buy that tripped out Blu-ray edition of Masters of the Universe because I know the quality is going to be usually from the same remaster. It's going to be good enough. And two, I'm a massive fan of Masters of the Universe. You think, oh, then you want the 4K, right? Because you want to see it like, no, I'm a massive fan of Masters of the Universe. So that's the time I want the poster.
No,
That's the time
you then
I
buy.
want
The key is you buy that special edition one, then you buy the 4K and you put a 4K in it, and then you sell on the Blu-ray. I'll give you an example today, right? Today, so I've got a Korean movie called Deliver Us from Evil, right? And Volga USA released it. I'm sure Matty and other people know it, right? Because it's been around for a while, and it's got the guy that was in Squid Games to make it easier for people. And this was on eBay, right? This is the German media book. And not in English. The disc isn't in English, but it's a lovely looking media book. And it's 1,273 2000. And as you can see inside, I bought this today, even though it's not in English, for £7, right? So I could put the American Blu-ray in it. Because I was like, oh, I can use Google to read the German text on the media book and sell it. So I was like, that's not bad, £7, just to put the American version in instead.
It's a good idea. I mean, like for me, if that's a 4K restoration of Masters of the Universe, like you're saying, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't need that to be 4K.
I think the key is, I think before we were saying about push to accept everybody for a day, I'm starting to feel like I can't do that anymore with you, Aaron, after this. I'm absolutely disgusted. You're not a part of the movie community. Here come the fist. Boom. No, in all seriousness, it's up to you, isn't it? I mean, most of the time, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I get the 4K because, well, I just like getting the 4K version, you know. But there are, I mean, when Umbrella announced A Bittersweet Life. I was gutted if it was a 4K restoration, not a 4K. And now I'm gutted. I didn't buy it when it was there. You know, the special edition, because that's one of my favourite films. Waiting
for
for
me,
Cadell 1 to be released on 4K. This is true. I think that's going to happen soon.
Grapes of Death might be one that I would kind of go for the 4K, and maybe this one. I actually did like Demonics, so that's a possibility for a 4K. Like I said, select ones I want in 4K, right?
Sure. Whatever.
Like
yeah.
Fascination.
I mean,
like 100% honest. If Fascination would have been if that 4K would have been there, I probably would have picked the 4K. But I wasn't going to miss out on Fascination because 4K.
Well, for me, I think the key is if you do want a 4K version, and you have the option between them both, like in an indicator sale, then you can get the indicator 4K for the price of what the Blu-ray would have been if you just wait. You know? The worst rollings for me was Teen Hitchhikers.
First one I made. That's the worst. Grape, we'll call it Grape of the Vampire.
You make it sound more sensual than it is.
Like, obviously, I can't say the name because of the channel, and you know what YouTube is right now. But you can look it up. It literally was a student film that he finished, and he wanted to make it into a feature-length film, so he literally made another half of that film. So the first half of the film is actually really good, and the second half of the film is actually pretty amazing. I'll be right back.
I bought a Blu-ray set, guys, right? A Blu-ray media book. And it was 9 movies, short films made by a guy. I think his name was like Usamo Alabina or something. And the media book was called Solar, you know, and then, you know, what's behind, you know, like body-wise. And I put it on, and all it was women basically moving around, and so boring. It's one of the Blu-rays I picked up recently where I was like, I need to get rid of this ASAP. It's awful, absolutely awful. One of the shots is somebody eating and just like drooling it out of their mouth for like 6 minutes. Ugh. A bunch of I did see that. I got an email about that. And luckily for me, I've got them all. But I hope he'll get because the prices are ridiculous when they're on eBay. I mean, I know one of them's not Big Time Gambling Boss, but I remember that was on eBay at one point for like 60 quid, sealed. You know? And that Italian one, Heaven in the Workplace, or whatever it was called, that was going for a ridiculous amount. I actually paid 45 quid for that movie. You know, because I'm way to complete. Because, you know, people just want those numbers. You know, I was watching a video the other day actually where someone was talking about Eureka, right, and the numbers, and they were saying about how gutting it is for 200 of the numbers or something like that, the first 200 or first 100 or whatever it was, you just can't get. There's like 25% of them gone out of print, and I was like, yeah, that's quite sad, really, isn't it? But there's a key to that. You can buy them off eBay for a ridiculous amount of money. You know, I don't think things should go out of print. I think that's why Criterion's one of the best companies when it comes to releases, because it gives you so long to grab their stuff.
Oh, 100%.
You know.
Oh, Demonics has 3 presentations of the film, by the way. Theatrical version, a longer explicit export version, and The Curse of the Living Dead Girl, which is the alternative cut, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, this
I'm
one
not explicit.
I think. But here's some that don't need a 4K. Right here. The Panther Woman. Is this going to be a fun movie to watch?
Perfectly.
Yeah, but you know, would this probably look worse than 4K? Yes, probably. Consider the probably the printout. And this is, by the way, the good Renault Cardona. So this is
I reckon Vinegar Syndrome are going to release this. I think Vinegar Syndrome are going to release this at some point.
Yeah, like, okay, look at this. Look at your indicators. Look at the Vinegar Syndrome release. Which one are you going to want?
Vinegar Syndrome, because I
God.
would have subscribed.
Hell, no.
If it was in a subscription,
Oh yeah, if you get free, yes, you get not free. You've got it as an extra.
if I had to choose to pay this one,
Yeah, like what I'm
because
saying
it'd
is
be
like
cheaper as well.
Like Indicator just is like it's not just packaging, is that there's stuff in there. Like when you read like I'm one of those weirdos that actually read the books that are in my with the stuff that I get. And Indicator's books are really good.
Indicator's cheap will be way cheaper because even if you wait for a sale, it's cheaper. And Criterion are great that way. The whole pre-ordering thing's annoying. I pre-order all my 88 films releases, and I don't know why. I pre-ordered SWAT and Night of the Comet. Why do I pre-order Night of the Comet when there's a 4K of that in America I could get from Shout Factory?
Yeah, actually, that should be fairly cheap too, isn't it? Like I have that. There's a 4K too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm looking forward to Tokyo Decadence, though, even though it's not the uncut version.
Santo versus the Riders of Terror.
I wonder how many Santos they've got, to release.
I'm hoping a lot. There's a ton of them. Like I looked online once because my better half's a massive Santo fan. There is my dad has a set. You probably have it too. I wouldn't buy it. And I'll tell you why. There's a Santo set that came out with 8 Santo fans.
They're all dubbed, right? Because they're all dubbed.
They're all got brand new people dubbing them. And it's almost like Miami. Like, it doesn't seem seriously dubbed, like super seriously dubbed. It feels like they know what they are type of thing. Like an after the fact dub. Like back in the old days, you had like dubs where it'd be like, hey,
Magic Eyes.
Seriously. Hey there, welcome, man. Is that they took the dubbing seriously? Like no matter how crappy it was, they were taking it seriously. Nowadays it seems like, oh yeah, we know it's camp. We'll camp it up a bit. So I had it in my hand to pick up. Like it was at Taz Records. Shout out Taz Records. It's a great place in Halifax if you ever go there. But I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. Like I know that they had to do it because there is no again, Serial Midnight. There's no English dub available. Like the sound is gone. Yeah. But I just prefer to wait until maybe they re-put it out again, like with subtitles.
Well, I got Eye for an Eye yesterday, which is a new samurai movie, like blind samurai movie.
Yeah.
Which is Logo USA, and I put it on, and there was an English dub on it, right? And I went, all right, let's see what the English dub's like. Joe! Right? All right, let's see what the English dub's like. Exactly like you said, right? It doesn't feel like serious. It feels like what do you call it? So I put the subtitles on, obviously, because if the sub's down, I'm going to watch the sub. Unless it's an old kung fu movie, sometimes I'll put the dub on just from memories. You enjoy it a bit more because the memory
when you're a kid, you remember like watching them like that.
Yeah, but I'd always watch in thing normally. And it was just so off-putting to the film. I was like, people say movies are bad because of these stupid dubs. When they watch those ones, so, yeah.
But I understand why people buy the set because, unfortunately, that's the only way to get it right now.
Sure.
I just wish you would have had better people like for those dubs.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised dubs still happen now. I mean, Korean shows are being dubbed now on Netflix.
Are they really? Oh, damn.
It makes me feel sick.
First is a rare release. This is Fernando de Leo one. I guess everybody
Have you seen this one?
Yeah, I got the box set. The boss is excellent. Here's the thing. I'm a massive Fernando de Leo fan. One of the very first releases I bought when I was in St. John's was Raro's Fernando de Leo Volume 1, the box set. And I think this is in Volume 1. Nowadays, you can find these sometimes the Fernando de Leo DVD box sets from Raro in Canada for like $5-6 with like 4 or 5 movies on them, and a bunch of special.
Do you have Volume 2?
No, I don't, because I got some of the films on Volume 2 like separately. Live If what's the one called? What?
Live what is it? Live a Cop, Die a Cop.
Yeah, Live a Cop, Die a Man, or something something like that.
Yeah, sound like that.
Anyway. So I got that on Blu-ray, right? Like I bought it separately at the same store that I got that one from for like $1, and it was new. So stuff like that. And that's so I said, okay, I got a couple of them, so I'll probably just grab the other one separately. But
I've got
The
to
Boss is a
say,
great title. Did you like The Boss? Because I like this
I
one.
did like The Boss. So far, I've collected all these Raro releases. And I have to say that I really prefer Raro now working with agents than I did when I was in America.
Yeah, Raro was like hit or miss back then, man.
Oh God, the amount of if you bought from them, there's people waiting 4 years for a title. And 4 years where they pre-ordered and they got the money taken and still haven't released it. So I like the agents is doing this because you're getting it on time.
Now, here's a fancy one. It's like, ooh, give us a kiss.
That sound like that sound like, didn't you? It sound like that old trailer guy, like at the end of a trailer. I've not seen this
trailer
one.
guy.
Yeah. Like when you do see on like the end of the Howling and stuff.
Have you seen this one, by the way? Because I don't know if I have. I can't remember it.
I haven't seen it. I didn't even know it existed until it was announced, to be honest.
I don't think I've seen it. I like French New Wave too. Like that's it's my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But
So you
I'm
ain't seen
excited.
it.
We got
Their next
Ship Night.
announcement's on February the 14th from Valentine's Day. So
Yeah, we gotta check that out. We should be doing, I guess, same as we did last year. No, we didn't do it last year because you weren't here for this. But I thought maybe we'd do like a Patreon Melusine for the Melusine sale, like a live video.
sure, we can do that. Sounds good to me. The Shape of
Here it
Night.
is.
Now this film I've seen once. And I can tell you it was really good. I'm not going to spoil it for Bill because I know there's people that will buy it, like George. It's a really good film, and it's really worth the money. But I will say, because there's 3,000 copies, it probably won't sell out immediately, and it'll probably end up in a sale. Because agents have started having sales pretty quickly now.
That one I'm very interested in. As I am with this one right here.
Classic. Have you seen it?
No, I don't think I have. Like, if I have, I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's classic. It's about a woman who wears a dress who's talking to two boys in a field of flowers. And basically, there's somebody else behind her, but they don't see the person because her head's in the way, and they keep trying to figure out who it is throughout the rest of the movie.
When you started, I was like, "That's what the movie's about."
And that's why it's misunderstood.
I mean, it's good titles from Radiance again. Yet another, a bunch of limited editions, some great stuff from Radiance, some great stuff from Indicator. Let's go to Criterion. See what's
I'm
coming
loving
out
the
from them.
Japanese stuff coming out through agents.
Oh, there's some great stuff. You need to go to Vacation in Canada. You do, Maddie. You need to go to Vacation in Canada. You got to come on there. So Lahane, I guess it's getting 4K.
Yep.
I know my
Classic.
better half. I think she watched. This was one of hers. Like, yeah, she made it. No, that she watched when she was younger.
She massive Vincent Cassel fan.
She is actually. So she is a massive Vincent Cassel fan. Like she even watched, what's the name of it? Irreversible, but only once. Like she's like, I cannot watch.
Did she watch? What was that other film? I'm trying to think. Oh God, I don't know.
She knows them a lot.
There was one with. What was that film with the two guys? Is one of them and the other one, and they shave their heads. I've seen it. I've only seen it once. I don't know.
Is it the Head Shavers?
Well, it should be, but
Head shaver.
No.
Aye, let's shave our heads.
Oh, let's shave our head and let's do it. I've got the BFI collector's edition of this, which has a big book.
Great film, by the way. Really great film. Actually, my better half talked to me about this film and like what the cultural relevance of it.
Very powerful.
We had like a big conversation about like over 3 hours long talking about it.
Ooh. George did pre-order them all. Say, I know George.
Wow, that's a classic. We're getting a 4K
Oh,
edition of Picnic and Hanging Rock. I can't. I've got the special edition Blu-ray with the book. I can't see myself upgrading. If you don't have it though, definitely a recommendation. If you
I
if you
might
love
get
this
this
type of
one
film,
since I missed that. I might get this one because I think this would be better to own for me than obviously the Second Sight one was.
it's like it's a nice edition. I'm not sure if the book's included in this one or not, but if it is, like, super cool. But
The Hayden is made in France. I know.
this is a movie that like pissed off the producer, so that he threw his cup like across the theater
Ooh.
because he's like, well, what about the ending?
Didn't they remake this? Didn't they remake this or make a TV series with
They
Natalie
made a TV
Dormer of
series.
this?
Apparently, it's really good. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of my favorite films, the Warwick Meister Harmonies. I don't know what this is. It could be great.
You should have
I don't know.
gone. I can tell you what it's about. I can tell you what it's about if you want. It's about a guy that looks into the eyes of a creature in the darkness for the rest of the movie.
Love at first sight.
There you go. That's what it stands for.
39 hypnotic long takes. Wait, maybe it
Whoa.
is. 39 hypnotic long takes, engraved in ghostly black and white. Yeah.
Whoa, Darth
I see it's
Sidious in the
working, huh?
house.
Preferred the remake, featuring Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, talk about Dwayne Johnson. He's at the head of the table, isn't he? For TKO.
Literally. Literally. We won't talk about that much now because I want me and
Sure.
you to do a podcast.
Yes.
On all the big news that's coming out.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
because there's a
great.
lot. There's too much to get into.
Yeah.
But I would love to Dwayne Johnson and like coming in at the end of the Picnic with Hanging Rock.
I'd
And
love
we
him in
find
one of
like
those
it's-
dresses going around.
Finds out like it's all aliens. It's all because of aliens or something like that. And The Rock comes in and lays a smack.
On all their candy answers.
Oh yeah.
Is this I'm Cuba? Is this a documentary?
It's about me because I'm literally Cuba.
Oh.
It's been hiding that. It's my secret identity. No, yeah, thanks for that country. Yeah, this
Wow, all
result
these
of an
announcements
extraordinary
for
ambitious
case.
collaboration between Soviet and Cuban film industries unfolds in 4 explosive vignettes that capture Cuban life on the brink of transformation as crushing economic exploitation and inequality give way to working class uprising. So that sounds fascinating. Actually, I would love to own this one.
So it looks like they announced all
1964.
4Ks this time.
Yeah, they're going like that's it. They're going into like 4K is the new collector thing. Like when I say, yeah,
And
I'll
didn't
buy
they say
some
what-
things in Blu-ray, Blu-ray's gonna be hard to find. We're gonna and we got
Do I know
Dogfight.
where All Innocence is saying their new releases? I do not. I would think if you went on All Innocence website, they'd maybe have a link to where it would
They
be.
don't yet. I don't think. I think it is in the works, from what I've heard.
Well, I've got a feeling All Innocence. If they don't sing it, I reckon they'll join television. If they don't, have their own way of selling through, or maybe MVD a page like
if I was
Eureka's
a
going to be
guess,
doing.
I would 100% be a guess at this point because I have no, I have no knowledge ahead of time to say. I would say MVD over the where television's at just because I can
Yeah, I
just
would.
see, like it's that style of film.
Just hoping for it. They go to television so I can get in my box.
Yeah, for you, I would love to see it go to television. Like in
Yeah.
all honesty, because I know how much you love their titles.
I do. Well, I will say this: whenever I watch an All Innocence, something comes out of me, and I feel something so deep and passionate. Like when I watch
Tim
Fellini
is so wrong
movies,
now.
like Fellini movies, the early ones. I just feel something so powerful inside, like a real feeling that you don't get all the time. It's really weird.
Yeah. When I'm watching some Anthony Spinelli films, I get that. And some Bob Chin.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Bob Chen.
Just so you know, they're both the same.
I heard the rumor. Oh no,
Dogfight's a good
I heard
film
the
too.
rumor.
River Phoenix, Lily Taylor, of course. This
Am I bi? That's a personal question. Well, that went silent, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, here's the thing. It's not my place or saying. If you that's something you don't feel comfortable saying, don't say. I'm like, I'll be honest with you. It's okay to ask the question, but like it's also okay not get an answer.
I'll answer it. I don't mind answering it. Years ago, I had moments. Let's put it that way.
There we go. There's your answer. I am boringly as straight as you can get in the most milky white way possible. And
Uh,
I disappointed myself. I truly disappointed myself because I was like, okay, I can be, and I just wasn't. And
I'm very pro buy, and I do buy a lot of physical media.
there
Actually,
you go.
thank you for that.
Yeah, there you go. I actually love that answer, dude. That's a great answer.
Yeah, and yeah, I get where you're coming from, Mans. I get that.
I watched
Maybe
Chris
that is
Rock and,
part.
like,
Maybe that's part of why I think part of the reason I watch LGBT titles because I also get Peccadillo Pictures and other places that do them, like Boys on Film and all that. It's because I do feel like we should all have a connection with every side of us, and I also believe that I don't. Okay, I'm going to explain this quickly. I don't believe that there should ever be a label for anybody. I believe you can. I believe you should be able to be with whoever you like, whenever you like, who you like, as long as it's respectful. So if tomorrow my wife leaves me, for instance, and somehow I met the most amazing person who, let's say, was the same sex as me, which would be a man, then maybe I could fall for them and they could fall for me. I don't believe in the fact that I don't believe in the whole thing that they're straight and all that. I believe that there's who you can fall in love with, who you
I
can be
like that.
attracted to, who you can be this. That's what I believe.
It's a beautiful thought.
Yeah, I believe that. I don't think there should ever be a thing because I think that's why we've got so much anger in the world because it's always about putting people into these sections.
But
And
like
for
Carlos,
me, there is
like
none.
we talked about at the beginning of the video, and it goes for this too. Are MVD titles pressed disc or made on demand?
They're pressed.
They're pressed, I think. Yeah, the ones I got are pressed.
You should be proud of it, Gino. Always be proud of who you are.
Exactly. Don't let anybody make you feel otherwise. Unless, of course, you don't like Halloween Ends, then then we got an intervention. All right, Red Umbrella here. We got a Tank Girl special edition.
You know what? I was tempted to buy this for the wife.
She's a massive Tank Girl fan.
She's a massive Tank Girl fan. I was tempted to buy this for her, but then I was like, if I do buy it for her, she'll watch it once, and then it'll be in my collection. So it would be kind of selfish because I'd be buying it for myself, really, in a way.
Not really. I mean, if she likes the film, like I picked up Flash Gordon when it came out in 4K for my better half because she's a massive Flash Gordon fan. She was so excited when she actually got to see it in theater when it came back in a re-release. And obviously I like Flash Gordon too, so great. But I mean, like she's a massive fan. I mean, like she has all the Funkos fan. Like that's official.
So
But,
okay, I'm going to tell boy the true story of this. All right. So Hen said, "I love Flash Gordon." Right. Aaron went in the shop and picked up Flash Gordon. Said, "You know what? This is the original version. Let's watch it." At that point, it comes on. And it's like this. Where is the Queen music? Where is this? What's going on? Who is this? Yep. And that's how she ended up with Flash Gordon.
I wish I had Flash Gordon. I love that film. By the way, Flash Gordon is stop motion animation. Like hands down, really does.
Maybe. Oh, here we go. Matty bringing up Halloween 2 again. I'll tell you, Halloween 2's #1 fan. Right there.
Hey, Cinema Dave.
I think only fan. Hey, Cinema Dave.
I think, God, this is 75 Australian. This is a really sweet, like,
it's not a bad deal.
I'm a massive comic fan. Like, Malcolm knows this, and obviously Tank Girl's a comic book. This is a cool release.
Oh,
US
remember,
by
guys.
Alexander Helen Nicholas too, right?
Remember, guys. Serial 15 gets you 15% off as well.
Good thing to remember. Yeah, this is a nice release. This is if I was in Canada, this would be tempting. I would 100% say
if I buy that, I have to pay 40 Australian dollars postage.
for postage.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you got to buy enough that it's worth it. It evens out. Like you'll notice the postage will even out as you buy
That
more.
would be good if there wasn't customs charges. If I got too much.
I know about the custom charges. When I used to get reviews, people say, "Oh, you get review copies from Umbrella. Must be nice to get review copies from Umbrella." No, because I paid more in customs than I would pay if I actually bought the films. Not even a word of a lie. That's true. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Look who doesn't want this? Like this is a gorgeous release. I don't care that's not 4K. My God.
All I'm going to say is no 4K, no buy.
Did you miss out on a gorgeous release of this film?
In all seriousness, I would buy that and just put the 4K in eventually. You know, if it was released here cheap.
I wish it would come over here because I would have loved to have this release.
It's only $60 shipping. It's ridiculous.
I've got all the Masters of the Universe cartoons. I recently picked up Battle Cat from my better half, like the original Battle Cat, in box.
Ooh.
She was going to take out a box because.
Is this from a 4K master? Is this on 4K master?
Let's find out. It says 1080p. I don't see a 4K master thing here. Maybe there is. Let's just see.
I do agree with what Benet said, where he said this could be a VSU from Vinegar Syndrome. I do believe that.
I know, but it won't look this sexy. Like, look at that.
With the VSU box
right here. Look at the slit. Look at that hard box. Look at this.
Oh.
Look at that, man.
Oh, it's nice and hard. Yeah, nice and hard. Yeah. It's a nice set, but even as a Sword and Sorcery fan, I have trouble getting into the movie. I prefer the cartoon, honestly.
I love the cartoon.
I agree with Darth Sidious.
The cartoon's way better. Like, I have the cartoon here. I got all the cartoons here. I don't have all of the new Adventures of He-Man, but I need to get that one.
Nice and rigid. That's the way we like it.
My virgin ears are shocked.
It's Time Addicts. I've got no idea what this is.
You don't know Time Addicts?
No.
Me either. It came out last year. It's a newer film. Apparently, it's pretty good. It's a drug-fueled sci-fi romp hailed as a trailblazing time-warping debut from writer-director Sam Odlin. Drug-dependent best friends Denise and Johnny owe their unpredictable dealer. In a desperate attempt to clear their debt, they agree to a dodgy heist in an old house, inadvertently coming to possession of a bag of time-traveling drugs. They find themselves trapped in the house on diverging timelines. Actually, it sounds interesting.
This sounds like that Squad one I've got from Arrow, where the guy just kept having multiple versions. So I got so fed up with that.
A ransom.
It was unbelievable. Now that's a beautiful set. See, if the customs wasn't so much, I probably would have bought that. I probably would have bought the other one. Surprised they never did a She-Ra live action. Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
I would love to see that, man. Nowadays, people complain no matter what they did with She-Ra, though, I think.
Yeah.
I hate that. That's why I'm like, hey, why don't they do this? I'm like, because people suck.
That slipcover in the box, that looks like it would be a Vinegar Syndrome release.
It kind of does, you know?
Like a VSA, you know?
Yeah. Except a good film.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So edgy.
Oh, you know, if that Kofi had been a 4K, I would have bought that. I love Pam Grier topless.
Well, this is the best one for that, actually.
Look at that. Look at that picture. Even the picture on the thing has him poking out. Look at that. Oh.
She had a body.
Releases are cheaper nationally through Hofwire, but these new editions are yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? With the exclusives. It's annoying. I get annoyed by it because I'm like, you know.
I think they make a lot more money if they sold these sites through these limited editions through like even through like Vinegar Syndrome and through like other places.
Or
like
if they went on things like Film Treasures or Strange Vice in the UK.
Yeah, 100%. I would love that. That would be amazing. Like, look at
I
that.
get a bit
Like,
annoyed. I get a bit annoyed because, like,
but wouldn't that be
you
like
know,
too much
if I-
temptation for you, Malcolm?
Nah, I'm actually really good at them. I ain't bought that much, so I'm actually pretty good.
Didn't we just start this video off with 38 like Hong Kong films?
Hey, that was before. Every day's a new day.
Every day is a new. That is true. But before we go from this, let's take one last look at Pam Grier.
Look at that! Look at that! Oh God! Actually, that face looks like it's photoshopped.
Does look photoshopped. Pam Grier, still one of the most gorgeous.
If that was 4K, guys, I'd have paid $400 for that, just to watch, just to see her bouncing.
I've got the Arrow edition, which I'm guessing you got too, the Blu-ray, right?
Yeah. I also had the what one was it? For some reason, my phone is like it's turned into a frog. So if you can hear that, I apologise. I also had was it? Oh, what was the other company released in America?
The MGM release?
No, only MGM release.
Well, the MGM released Coffee on the Soul Cinema Collection.
Yeah, it probably was then. I had that as well. I think I've got both copies. These are great pages, but $75 price, but I think most collectors are expecting 4K. You know what? $75 Australian, I think it's like 48 quid, £48 English, which is a decent price when you count Second Sight into that as well, you know, with their price. But yes, I would like it if it had been 4K, especially for films that I feel have already been released multiple times.
Let's go to North America and let's look at Shout Factory, Scream Factory.
Let's do it. I know one on there is one I would love to have on there. And easy with the Pam Grier content or Malcolm's lap blanket will be 4 minutes 10. Too late. I told Donna, right, my wife, I said to her, if I ever get to meet Pam Grier from the 70s, can I get off with her? And she went, how old is she now? And I went, I ain't got a clue, but she's fairly old now. So it's probably not going to happen. And she was like, okay, that can be one of your wish list then.
This I heard,
like,
Malcolm. This
ooh.
is your release of the year. This is.
I know. You know what? Well, that's because I am your body until the end. I love that song. Do you know, sing that constantly.
It's what a waste of a good voice actor. Pam Grier is 74.
74 and she'd still get it.
Oh, she's so hot. She is hot. You get the poster. Like, of all the posters like that I don't want to get, it's this creepy ass looking Chucky.
It's funny because out of all the actual Child's Play movies, right, you know, in the thing and series, this is probably the one that I probably would enjoy the most watching in 4K.
Why?
Because I just love it. You know why I love it? I'll tell you why. I love this movie because it's different. It's not the same old thing over and over again.
It's the Simpsons episode with the evil Krusty.
Yeah. And I like
look at this.
Evil
No,
Krusty.
there's your problem. His button's been switched on evil all the stuff.
I love it. And I like the fact that I love the voice as well. I think it's better.
Oh, you can't be Brad Dourif. I'm sorry, man. Tis
I
Brad
like it.
Dourif.
I like it.
Actually, I do like the. Here's.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a hot take now. Then, I like this Carrie. There's my hot take. I actually enjoyed this film.
I actually thought Moretz did a great job in that.
She did what I really was it Julianne Moore, I think. Was it Julianne Moore?
Yeah, Julianne Moore played the mum.
She was really good. And she had like big shoes to fill. But you got to see more of her and like know a bit more of like her from even like outside the house, which I really appreciated.
I've always liked Moretz as an actress, and I thought this was below her a bit, but she did a really good job. I always feel like I've never felt like Moretz has had the best career choices when it comes to movies. Worse than that. I mean, I like this Carrie because I had the lenticular Blu-ray, but
Oh, me too. I have that one.
yeah, I like that.
That is a nice one, actually.
That's the other
Didn't
thing
think it was
about
that
women
sexy.
covered in
Yeah.
blood. It gets me excited. So
But here we go.
You know.
Obviously, without a doubt, won't be a hot take because this is everybody's favorite version of The Shining. And after this came out, it's like, oh my God, no other version of The Shining exists anymore. We've
is this the
completely
TV
fixed
one?
everything. What do you think of the miniseries The Shining?
I wasn't very keen on it. I thought it was all right. I mean, I barely remembered it, to be honest, until you just asked me, because I was like, is this the, miniseries one, like the TV one?
Back in the morning, yeah.
It was all right. It was all right for a TV adaptation. But I'm always like the Jack Nicholson one more.
I thought you were going to say the Japanese one. I always like the Japanese knockout of The Shining.
I almost said Jack Black version.
See, what I like about this one is I think we have a better Jack Torrance. I love Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson, and I think it is amazing in the Stanley Kubrick.
But it's Jack
one, but
Nicholson
he's
being
always
Jack
crazy.
Nicholson in a lot of ways, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing Jack Nicholson and he's playing crazy. He's always crazy. Like there's very little times when we see him kind of just lucid. But Steven Weber changes. Like we see him go mad as opposed to be mad.
Yeah. Well, see, the truth is, though, he has more room to do it because it's a miniseries.
That's true, and an actress wasn't tortured to the point of standing in this one. So
I actually think I'll share something. You want to talk about Torchasis, Shelley Duvall, right?
Yeah.
She nailed that part. I mean, you'd have thought she was going,
I wonder why. like he put her through hell, man. Like he really, he ruined her for life. Like he wrecked her. She was amazing. She was amazing in the role.
Beautiful Thing is coming out in March in UK, but Get Real never had a Blu-ray release. Get Real. Let me have a look, because I might know it if I look at the.
But Stephen King's The Shining. I got it. I don't need to re-buy this one. I got the DVD's good enough for me. K-19 The Widowmaker. Yeah. No. Over the Edge.
Ooh.
Okay. What about this one? Watch Out for Children.
Ooh. No, I don't remember it. Don't remember Over the Edge. I saw Get Real a while ago, probably once on TV. So I need to check it out again. And Beautiful Thing, I'm looking forward to coming out on Blu-ray. Hopefully I'll be able to pick out an HMV.
Are you an Over the Edge fan?
I don't know if I've seen it.
I think I have. I'm trying to remember now because this is a 70s film, so there's a strong.
This isn't the one Radiance released, is it? That's a different film.
It's a different film. This is, I think, Matt Dillon. The guy from Jesus, what was it from? The Burning, maybe. Because I know he's in Return to Horror High.
You're trying to remember it yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I was actually looking on IMDb because I knew the actor, but I want to make sure I was looking at was the right one before I actually mentioned anything, right?
Yeah, it's easily done.
Because I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about this one. Then I'm going to write. So what if it's wrong? Because titles. But yeah, no, this got a great cast. We're looking at, of course, like Matt Dillon, Michael Eric Kramer's in this one, Vincent Spano, Pamela Ludwig is in this one here. We got, of course, everybody's favorite actor. One of the best names for an actor, I'll tell you right now, Tiger Thompson.
Oh, I love it.
Who would go on to play in this same year to play young Jesus in Search of Historic Jesus. Okay. And the late Lane Smith, who I was as an actor, I actually really, really admired. Some amazing, incredible work. Great talk. You know what I would love to see come out? I just thought of a movie. This made me think of a movie that I want to come out on Blu-ray. I don't know if it ever will because there's some rights issues with the music. I've only ever seen it on VHS, and anybody knows that's out, you can correct me. Dangerously Close. Do you remember Dangerously Close?
Yes.
Love that movie. I like it was one of my youth films, and just really fell in love with the film. Love the way it was done, but I don't think it ever got a release after VHS, did it? Did it get a DVD? Did Dangerously
I
Close
think
ever
it
have a
got.
DVD?
I think it got a DVD. I must have watched it on DVD.
Because I haven't seen that one in I haven't seen anybody even mention that one in years. And I'm
And
not sure why
I
this
just,
movie made me think of it, but it did.
I just realised there's an interview. There's an audio commentary of Charlie Hulse, the wrestler.
Oh, really?
On the end, it says Charlie Hulse. To answer your question, Gino, because I know I've been watching them quite a bit, but steadily, and I'm really getting into the humour. I really like it. I'm finding them to be a really good, underrated team, Reed and Woosley, and I feel like people need to watch more of it because it seems forgotten. It's like with the Tarzans to me. I'd never really watched Tarzans that much because they've kind of been
Never
forgotten.
guessed that.
So. No.
I was
Right.
actually shocked. I really was, man.
Wow. So, good thing I look up things, isn't it? But yeah. So, yeah, I'm liking them. I'm liking them. I've only watched about 4 at the minute because I've been trying to watch them at a decent pace so that they stick with me more because of the type of humour. Because I remember Street Places kind of 4K this year. Oh, funny you mentioned that. Alex, who came in the chat with my friends, he bought me a trick or treat shirt for Christmas for my birthday.
Oh, I have to show the shirt that I have here because I am very proud of the shirt.
That's it.
It's the Wild Angels shirt.
Ooh. Look at that shirt.
I can't believe I found that at a giant freaking tiger.
It's crazy.
I
What's this most beautiful thing? It's a great release. It might have been one of the first LGBT films I was introduced to as a teenager. Yeah, Dub Sidious is an expert on LGBT films. So,
what?
yeah. Well, compared to me, I mean.
I am an expert on films with shower scenes for finding out. Especially if it's like something like, Slumber Party Massacre or
Ooh, I'm an expert at shower scenes where women get killed in the shower.
So Psycho. Psycho too.
And when you think about it, a lot of 80s horror movies had scenes in it where they got attacked in the shower by like zombies and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, even like comedic ones when Mel Brooks did High Anxiety, right? He does, which is not one of his better films, but worth a watch. There's that sequence where Mel Brooks is in the shower and comes with the newspaper. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't that funny then? It's not that funny now. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a great film. High Anxiety is probably one of the worst ones.
I think it's good to be thinking because when you get called up to do like a featurette of greatest shower scenes of all time, you can point them out. One of the best shower scenes that was a lie was Funhouse.
That was a cool scene though. But you're at the end, you're like, what is wrong with this kid? When you get like I wondered, okay, is this both a nod to like Psycho and Halloween at the same time?
It definitely seemed that way, didn't it?
It did seem that way. Because I kind of expected there'd be like this extra twist at the end of the film where the kid would like do something.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah.
I personally thought that the kid was going to be the killer in the end.
He was going to, like at the end, like after getting out through all that, like,
yeah,
he was going to do something.
I still
there we
think
go.
it's unfair. I still think it's unfair that people hated, the monster in it.
They did?
It was misunderstood. It was misunderstood. It wasn't trying to kill her. It was trying to be her boyfriend.
So bummed when there wasn't Kevin as well in the shower scene. You and me both, man.
Catherine Isabel, one of the most beautiful women ever.
Did you see her recently in It's a Wonderful Knife?
Yeah, she looked old.
I don't know if I wonder if does that, or maybe where she's meant to play an older character. Maybe she's just going on makeup-y or just like made look older.
She's just got old.
We all do. Like, look at my YouTube videos from like 15 years ago.
I look at
look
your
slightly
videos
different,
from
man. I
you
have more hair.
15. Are you joking? You don't look. You look exactly the same.
That's because I'm a vampire. Which I did.
What's
Well,
that?
I think shower scene was completely unnecessary. Full frontal from Kevin Bacon. I don't know. I think a lot of
That's
people
what
would
makes
say
that. That's what makes that film good. That's what makes that film good. Well, I say this: if people want full frontal from women, they need to accept full frontal from men as well.
Yeah, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon right there, man. So there you go.
Oh, very well done. We did have a hot shower scene with Natasha Henson. She was beautiful back in the day.
We grew up close.
They're
together.
watching her in
she's
that
younger.
Home Invasion. Oh God, Are we allowed to discuss films like Evil Tones, the film I love? Hello, I owed it to
Oh,
some
God, Evil
pals in high
Tunes.
school.
That had Madison. She was an actual adult actress, Gino. I'm a massissive fan of Evil Tunes, actually.
Oh,
See, I grew up like,
Evil
well, I wasn't grow up. I was like an adult at the time. But I was watching.
it's still growing. It's still growing.
As we speak. No. So I used to watch Madison, like in a lot of these adult films. And so when I found that Madison actually did like a horror film, like even if it was Evil Tunes, I had to watch it right away. I searched it out.
Oh,
Is it a great film? No, it's not a great film, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
That's like movie Yumi Asami. Yuma Asami, right? She made a few films, right, like softcore films after during her adult career, and they go for ridiculous amounts of money online, right? So I'm always looking for them because I just want to see them because she's the most beautiful one in the world.
It's so
Apart from
weird.
my
I
wife,
think that like
obviously.
Richard Leahy started out like doing just adult films, and thanks to like meeting John Rowland, like he started putting in regular films. And
Yeah, true.
actually had a career in that.
And she's actually one of the most successful
Are you
actresses in
freaking
that.
serious, dude? I am so jealous of you right now, Gino.
That's crazy. How'd that happen?
She ran tattoo
She's
parlor.
still good looking though. She aged very well. I don't know. I think she's thinking about Natasha was good looking and she probably still is.
She is actually.
But to me, whenever I watch her in a movie, she always looks like she's straining to go to the toilet. So
I like Natasha. Well, I'm
the
biased.
newer ones, like the Lifetime ones. To be fair, in the Lifetime ones, I'm not saying as an actor, but sometimes when they're in those kind of movies, they kind of look strained and you know what I mean.
Well, they're in a lifetime.
Erika Durance is probably one of the most beautiful women of all time.
I so love. I would buy a Lifetime movie collection of those. I would buy the hell out of Lifetime movie collections.
The thing is, there's some of them out there on DVD, but they just don't say they're Lifetime. That's the annoying part.
Some of them are really expensive too, man. Like I was going to buy a set, like this set. It was like this Lifetime mystery set type thing, and it was like over $100 for Lifetime.
Mental. Oh, I'll tell you what I picked up today.
Henstridge, actually, she was when she was young, she was in Daniels Harbor, which is around 10 or 15 minutes drive from where I lived when I was growing up.
Oh.
Except I used to go there to watch hockey games. Daniels Harbor guys hated like Cowhead guys. I'm from Cowhead, Tête de Vache. So we'd constantly be getting into fights because we'd go down there with the purest of intentions to watch hockey games, and we would go out with girls that were down there, and the guys were like, "Oh, the Cowhead guys are coming down to steal our Daniels Harbor girls." Like anybody that's lived in small community knows this stuff, right? You probably had this in everything you live.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was always like basically if the two communities were together, like teenagers, it was always like, okay, it's It's time for everybody to fight. It was so fun.
Oh no.
It was so fun. It was
Oh
fun.
no. You was
So was what's
you
her
were talking
name?
about
Like
life.
Miss Canada,
Yeah.
Daniel. She was Miss Canada. She got the crown taken away from her because she got into a fight.
Oh God.
At a bar. Yeah, she was in one of the play-by. She was actually played by.
I talk about Hallmark movies, Trek. I picked up one today.
Oh, thank you, George.
Dancing Detective with Lacey Shaber. That'll go well, some channel ways. P.S. Malcolm, my latest movie arrived yesterday. It will be my first time watching it. It's 4K high tension. Well,
let me know what
I'm
you
going to
think. I'm
tell
actually a
you
massive
something.
fan of High Tension. It's one of the very first films. There's 2 movies that me and my better have watched together on the same night when we met, like way before we started dating. Malcolm knows the story. WrestleManiac, horrible choice for a first time meeting somebody, and High Tension, also horrible choice. Why she didn't think it was so psychotic, I don't know. But it's
Lacey
yeah. I can't say anything
Shaber,
else
hottest
about it
woman.
like this.
I'll
I
tell
love
this, George. You haven't seen it before. The best part's the bit with the head.
The best part is like that bit in the bedroom with
The bit in the head.
You know the part I'm talking about.
bit in the
You know
head.
the bedroom scene I'm talking about.
I know that film very well. Yeah, Lacey Shaber. Lacey Shaber, one of the most
Yeah, she
beautiful
is.
women.
One of my cousins looks a lot like her, actually. Especially when she was younger, she was almost identical.
I actually think Lacey Shaber looks better older than she did when she was in Mean Girls.
Though she was pretty gorgeous in Mean Girls, too, actually. But yeah, I liked her. Was it Ghost? Is it Ghost Whisperer? No, that's not just.
No, that was, people get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah, but she was not the super, not yeah, she's not the smart one. Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, the latest one's Dancing Detective, the new series of movies that are coming out. So I picked up the first one because I enjoy crossword mysteries. Obviously, I enjoy other Hallmark stuff. Last year, I actually watched 33 of her movies.
33. That's pretty cool.
And 27 of them were Hallmarks.
I watched a ton. Like I told you, I watched a ton of Hallmark Lifetime movies when I was like in Canada, because basically it was real after working. It was like super.
But isn't Canada, back in the 80s, Canada was about horror movies. Now it's all about Hallmark movies.
Well,
They're really mellowed. They're really mellowed.
Niece's, like teachers, one of her substitute teachers, he makes Hallmark films. Like he's one of the actors. He does a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And that's why he's only. Oh, she would have been amazing as Sonya. I'm not sure as Supergirl, but Sonya Blade for 100%. Yes. Especially when you see stuff like She Spies.
See, Amanda Seyfried is one of those people I wished I could find a tape of.
She is a gorgeous. Remember, like Veronica Mars. Because did you watch Veronica Mars? Yeah,
with what's her name in Kristen Bell?
Yeah. Well, Amanda Seyfried is the girl that is murdered before the show starts. Like that's what the whole thing's about. So her best friend gets killed, and that's Amanda Seyfried's character.
Yeah. I liked her in Lovelace.
Which one? Oh yeah,
Lovelace.
They kind of told it in 2 parts. It was kind of like this is the idealized dish thing. This is kind of what probably really happened.
I liked her in that.
That was a really good film.
Anyone who doesn't know who Linda Lovelace is, anyone who doesn't know who Linda Lovelace is doesn't know adult entertainment.
Well, what if they grew up like at a time like after that though?
Well, then surely you'd look into it.
What? Yeah, but not everyone's going to be like. It's like people that don't watch. They're like Rob Zombie's their first Halloween film, right? And they're like, no, the other one's too slow for me. Like, there's people that are going to watch. Like, no, there's too much. Well, I can't say it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. To finish off that section, Quilly, that's a good point. Because when you watch the older stuff, it does feel slower than the newer stuff.
Yeah.
But now the newer stuff just seems more violent. So
keep throwing milk.
Exactly. That's exactly it, Jana.
Sydney Sweeney. Oh man, she's like Meg. Oh, I have to ask you, because this is going to piss off a portion of people that watch this video. So, what do you think? Because I liked it what do you think of Madam Web?
Madam Web. Oh, it's funny you say that. I thought it was really decent.
I the
Uh,
trailer. I was stoked and seeing all these different versions
Yeah.
like Spider-Woman.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I thought it was, but yeah, I mean, I want to see it properly first,
Yeah. Oh,
you
of
know.
course. Yeah.
But I thought the trailer was fine. I thought the trailer worked, and I'm actually more excited to watch that than I thought I was going to be originally.
I think
But
seeing for me, like I'm a big Spider-Woman fan, and seeing Sydney Sweeney in the black Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman outfit,
yeah,
and it
big
being so
shout.
like comic book accurate, I was like, oh yeah.
Hey, Trek, you never sent me a friend request. Going to be annoyed now.
What's
Bit
up with
left out.
the Watergate scandal?
Not happy.
Isn't it lovely?
Mr. I want to make sure I sent you a friend request. I think. How can you not tell that's Gino in the picture?
Sippy Header's granddaughter. Actually, you're right. Dakota Johnson. Oh, looks
Ooh,
really good
I
on
will
that
say
too.
this. I will say this. I'm quite excited for a few. What's that one with Dakota Johnson that's coming out?
That's Madam Web.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got mixed up then. So yeah, that's good. I'm really thinking about that. I got a bit mixed up then.
Like,
That's stupid. That's stupid.
because they've taken like Moreland and one other character, kind of really put them together. So hopefully it'll be better than Morbius, because Morbius was my worst
Yeah.
film of the year it came out. But I just like these characters, but the look of it seems better. Now it may not be great.
Yeah.
I expect to be okay. I don't expect this to blow me away. I expect to be okay.
Yeah. Trek, my name on Facebook is Alex Trinder.
Yeah, I get
No, my name on Facebook is obviously Malcolm, and you can guess the last part. It means you look for me. There you go. Imagine that. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? It's Malcolm Harvey, and it's got a picture of a goat. Actually, I think it's the lamb from. It is. It's the lamb from Lamb.
Is it really?
Yeah. Look, I'll show you. It's the lamb from Lamb. Where are we? Let's go. Facebook. Oh. I will just show the picture of a basket as their thing.
An Easter sale coming
Okay,
up,
let's look.
perhaps? Something to
Maybe.
cover on the channel?
There you go, look.
What accent was that?
It's my profile picture.
Looks like he's getting ready for Midsummer.
It does. That's what I think. That used to be one of my old pictures as well. Where's the number? Oh, I'm Avatar.
See, mine are just boringly normal. I'm trying to think what I got for my Facebook picture right now. Do you remember? The suit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the convention, from the film festival.
There you go, guys. There's a picture of me when I was a kid.
Oh no! Here we go. Let's find it. I actually can't find photos. Where are we at? Okay. I hate the way they got them changed. Yep. See, just regular.
Oh, just regular. I got a friend request. I'm going to respond with a decline.
So obviously one of my best Christmas pictures. He picked that up.
Well,
We're doing like Christmas pictures.
Have I got any decent pictures of me other than that? Let's have a look. See where we'll picture. Okay, let's have a look.
There you That's my orphan killer picture.
That's a nice one. Here's one. Here's a good one.
And my Doctor Who picture. Literally, this was like.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty good.
And we did like a Doctor Who like themed party, and I had a TARDIS cake.
I like that. Darth Sidious, just type Asian smart film connoisseur into Google and it will go to Mark's page. Yeah, he's been seeing a lot of movies on my letterbox, and he's been a little bit like, do people actually watch these? What's that category threes? You know, the ones you can't, the ones you don't like. I accepted Trek, so.
Yep, I accept that there's a Asians.
Asians, highest women in the world. Do you want to see? I'll show you Humorous Army, actually, guys, because I go on about all the time.
I need the
Let's
new
get it
Sonic
out.
Screwdriver one. Actually, I love it. It looks so different than the other
There you
ones.
go. Want to see one of the most beautiful women in the world?
Is it me with a? I thought you were going to show me with the wig on, but okay.
That'd be terrible. That'd be terrible. There you
Are
go.
you saying it would not make a good-looking lady?
Well, you might, but I had a conversation I had actually. So I was talking to my friend Alex, right? We were in Burger King.
About me
And
making
I
it
said,
look
if
like
I-
a beautiful lady.
I know. And I said to him, if I'd have been a woman, right, a lot of guys would have fancied me, right? This is what I said to him, right? Because we're having this discussion. And he said to me, it's not too late. He said you could still do it. He said you could still do it.
You
I
can
was
do it.
like, yeah. I was like, well, you know, if I was serious about that, then obviously, but no, I'm not serious. You know, my mum said if I was a girl, she would have called me Hannah. So
That's
if I'd have been Hannah, you know, but I obviously I'm a guy, you know, but I just thought it was funny. But he said it's not too late. I was like, well, it is because I'm not a woman, you know, not inside, you know, not, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what?
Asuka, I'd do an heartbeat with that hair and that clothing. I'll put a wrestling gear on. Oh yeah, take that.
Did you see those Asuka like videos that she used to do? Those no, they weren't adult.
Oh,
version,
yeah.
they adult dress.
Oh yeah, where they were, like there's pictures of her in a bathtub. There's pictures of her and you know Michelle Yeoh. Oh,
Ming Na. Ming Na is from Agents of Shield, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I have no idea who she is.
She has a good
Michelle
face.
Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh. I'll be honest. I really, when I put on Supercop 3, I didn't care about Jackie Chan anymore. I was just watching her in that. Yeah, that's having lift off.
Good lord.
Oh,
What bothers me is like when I put in Ming Na, I didn't get Agents of Shield. It came up feet first.
because that's what it says.
It really
That's what
did.
it is,
That's what
isn't
it came
it?
first. There she is, right there, though. Welcome.
Holy moly! Look at that flat butt.
She is gorgeous.
Oh,
She's worth watching Agents of Shield for.
who was that other one? Aurora. What was her name? Oh,
Ming
I
Na
can't
is
remember
60.
her
She
name.
looks good, man. That's a damn good looking 60.
It's funny, you know, because Asian women do age pretty well. You know, age pretty well.
It's the good food. See, they got cool
That's
food
good
over
for.
there.
You know, I've always wondered what it'd be like to go over to like China, you know, and I just
You're
know
gonna
so
have this
crazy I
mask.
sound right now, right? But I've always wondered what it'd be like to go over to China, and you know, like actually have like rice over there, and you know, like you know, like how they ate in the, you know, like how they eat where they put the thing in the bowls and like this, but do it properly, like in an Asian restaurant in Asia, not like.
Tastes way
You
better.
know, not like here. Yeah, because I would think it would be an amazing experience.
Like having ramen over there is like real, like really good. ramen.
Oh, look, Genius, I wish I was in the stream. I'd try my taste of women too. Oh, I need to get on my knees again and show all the women and all their bodies. Oh,
I forgot she
Gino.
was Chun-Li. You're right, man. She was Chun-Li. I forgot that. She was Chun-Li in Street Fighter.
Oh,
Ming Na. I forgot that.
Jay Malk as a woman would look like Dee Buha from Deathstalker 2, aka Matilda the Hun. In case people don't know, let's look that up.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else being released?
Yeah, God. This is what I look like. I look like this. That's
Why does she look familiar? She looks like one of those like
she's some glamorous women in wrestling.
Yeah,
She's from
exactly.
Glow.
Is she the girl from Glow?
Yeah, she died recently.
Yeah, like I was like, because in the documentary, like she was like sick, right? But
Yeah, she was in the wheelchair, wasn't she?
yeah, that was a really good documentary, by the way.
I love that documentary. It felt very real and very genuine.
Yeah, and it hit rough for a certain point.
Yeah. I actually thought it was quite Lucy Liu. Yeah. No one mentioned Lucy Liu. Do you know back in the day she was attractive, and she still
She's
is.
so attractive. But
to me, she's too. This is going to sound really bad, but I'm more of a person that I prefer. In my view, I prefer Asian actresses from Asia. I can't get into the ones that are in America or England so much, or Canada. Let's not forget about Canada because there's a lot of going movies there. I think it's because I have this weird. I can't believe I'm going to say this. This weird obsession with tradition. You know, for me anyway.
For
But Lucy Liu is gorgeous.
NXT. Oh yeah.
Oh. That
Trek,
Nikki
sure
Loins.
our podcast when we do it. We're doing a podcast on wrestling.
There we are.
Which is going to have to go straight to Patreon because it's going to be audio. Because I think it'll work best that way because we can do it longer. And there's a lot of news. Holy crap. By the way,
Yeah, tell me about it.
Have to ask you, are you picking up WWE 2K24?
I am.
Which edition?
Are you picking it up?
It's on. It's my birthday month. Here's the thing, though. My mom usually buys it for me for my birthday.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I can ask my mom to get me.
Hold on. So you're going to ask your mum to buy it for me for your birthday instead then?
Like I'm going to ask her for money. I think so I can actually get the big edition myself. So,
Yeah.
Because I want her to pay that much money. Because do you know that apparently what I've heard is that it comes with a copy of WWE 2K23.
What?
Yeah. If you buy it digitally, you get a copy of 2K23 as well.
Wow.
Which would be great.
I'm buying
Me
it.
and you, I'm thinking we could do a little GM series.
Oh, that'd be good. I like that. I like the idea. I
we
thought
can
I got
do-
that
we
wrong,
should-
Matthew, by the way. It was Man Fuji who was in the wheelchair, yeah, because I remember the guy. Yeah, it was. I remember the guy in this, yeah. But she was seriously ill. So I thought I made a mistake. That's why I was a little bit questioning on that. So thanks for clearing that up. But yeah, that'd be good. I'd like doing that.
Would you guys like that? Would you like to see us do some now that I've got a PlayStation 5, we can actually do some gaming streams on YouTube.
Ooh, yes.
We can chat and joke about stuff while we're gaming. And you can see me
Yeah, that'd be actually quite
get
fun.
my ass kicked at everything but GM mode, which is where I will kick Malcolm's butt.
Yeah, you can't beat me. No one can beat me.
Wait till I get to gem mode. That's my thing. Also, I got a secret, like I got a secret weapon. Giving the controller to him.
Okay, well, yeah, give it to him that's still talking. Oh, yeah, look, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm totally doing this. Like, I won't do that.
no.
But here's the thing: it's like, legitimately, Malcolm has chatted with him like after review, like stream stuff like that. Yeah, she's got the mind for stuff like that. She decimates people when it comes to this type of stuff. She's just really, I guess, strategic, analytical. She thinks ahead, and I'm just
That's
like,
what you
I
want.
want to make a cool
That's
show.
the person you need to be, isn't it? That's the person you need to be. What's
Yeah, but
this?
I'm like a kid. I'm gonna, this month is gonna be cool. I'll no money next month, but this month's really cool.
What's
leave that
this?
for- Leave it to go.
Trek asked, I think, if I'm honest, I think my Rumble's going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be pretty good.
I actually don't know. I won't say too much because we are going to do a live stream, like not a live stream. We're going to do a podcast where we're going to be, and I'll let Malcolm know now, giving our guesses. And I'll say it is much harder this year than it was in like in the last previous years.
Oh, yeah, stacked this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, because other years, I'll be honest with you, I could tell you who was going to win the Rumble almost a couple months ago. Yeah.
I'm hoping they do a swerve. I'm hoping they do a really big swerve, and everyone's like,
"It's Vince Russo! Vince Russo!"
No, David Arquette comes out and wins.
No, but then the other
says,
guy, what's his name? The guy with the hardcore extreme wrestling guy.
that
wrestling guy.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Nat Gage.
Yeah,
right?
I know
Nick
you're talking
Gage.
about. Yeah, Nick Gage. That's it.
So, with that being said,
Nick
guys, and with
MFing
my
Gage.
computer at 20%. I want to thank everybody for coming in today. I want to thank George for the donation, because I'll tell you right now, it's really, really been a rough month.
Appreciate it.
And where I've been away, we did not hit our goal, and we won't hit our goal this month either. But
and I want to say, dude, face, because I know what the other bit's supposed to be. Hopefully, if you do watch this, right, I did get a couple of nice things with the birthday money you gave me. So
yeah,
hopefully, if I see you in one of the chats, if you see this, I'll show you, because I want you to see what you got.
Exactly. Which was pretty incredible. Like, I remember afterwards, you went shopping immediately.
I went shopping immediately.
Which is cool.
And Aaron was like, did you find anything? Did you see this? Did you see that? So yeah, it was really cool.
This is what we're like off the screen.
It'll be streaming on Patreon. The thing.
I would want to do this year. I'm not sure. Eventually, I want us to do a stream that's going to go on both of our channels, where we're going to show your collection. So
that'd be good.
People can have a video on your channel that's going to like literally see what you got and what you're all about, man.
Yeah, I would like that. People need to see my collection as well, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. And they need to be able to see it, not just like do it on one, but do it on both, so that like when people go to your channel and they're finding your channel for the first time, like they see that, and that's impressive.
Yeah, that'd be good.
My name is Aaron. This is Malcolm, Mr. May to December, who may or may not win in a battle against the Phantom of the Movie Cave with some completely unbiased challenges over this month on Patreon. Check him out. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming out this month on here and on Patreon as well. Would definitely get you in there, Gino. It's been
you're not paying, Gino.
Like in the last little while. Wait, 6 hours long. I'll have to make sure Darcita said I got my computer plugged in ahead of time and plug it in various times during the video. Have a wonderful day. We've come back on. I'm back in Morocco now. We've gone back on for an awesome, like almost 3-hour stream. I think that's a good start. And a lot of news today to talk about. Watch out for the Patreon. We're going to be doing a podcast for all the wrestling news. There's a whole ton of stuff. Netflix is included in that. Okada is included in that. I may cry during the Okada announcement, but we'll get to that. And we will see you next time right here.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Sweet Willie!